everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, there's some over here, man.
Why are you laughing?
What?
'Cause you saw that I didn't have them.
Oh, your headphones?
I thought that's what you were laughing at.
No, I was
started
laughing at.
reaching for
We were about to go on. He goes, where are my headphones?
No, I was laughing. We're all kind of bitching about our medical conditions.
like a bunch of old people.
And nobody knows where their liver is.
No, we're like,
I'm
here?
I think it's
Here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, actually.
We work in radio, not medical units.
I actually think the liver's a urban legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The upper right-hand portion of the abdominal cavity, it says.
You
I
ever
don't
seen a
believe it.
liver, though? Think about it. Yeah, me neither.
Okay, so it's under my right lung.
Oh, it's up by
Doesn't
the
it grow
nipple.
back if you lose part of it? Doesn't it
Like a worm?
regenerate?
Oh, I
yeah.
thought the liver is the one that, like, has no special powers.
Oh, it has many powers.
It takes all the waste from
yeah.
your body.
No,
right?
that's not what I mean. I'm saying no
Maybe with
special
onions.
powers to, like, regenerate it. Like, if you damage your liver,
Yeah.
it's over.
No, it can,
I hear it's the powerhouse of the cell.
it can recover.
The
can?
mitochondria?
It can regrow to its normal size up to 90%.
Holy cow, really?
I guess
maybe
that's why it's called a liver.
It's the terminator of the body.
I'm remembering the opposite.
Lizard, liver. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we're just discussing our various ailments. I think I gave myself an ear infection over the weekend.
Dude,
Here,
this
wait,
guy-
now we got to deal with this.
What are you doing, man?
No, my buddy said, hey, man, I got this this thing you stick in your ear, and it helps clean out earwax. I go, oh, tell me about this.
Well, the funny thing is, the way that you described it and you started talking, you're like, man, I think I got this ear infection. And you were so confused. It was like such a mystery. And we were confused for you. And then you said, so I got this thing, and I sprayed it in my ear. And we're like, oh, okay,
you
well,
stick
now we're
this
not
thing-
confused.
You stick this thing in your ear, and it squirts water, and it's supposed to flush out the earwax.
Yeah, it's an ear douche.
It's an ear douche. And to be honest with you, I'm not somebody that does suffer with excessive earwax.
So why did you buy this?
I don't know.
Seems cool.
Because my buddy's like, this thing's great.
Did you think
So
there's gonna
I
be-
want to feel great, too.
Did you buy this after like a couple of drinks and he was talking about it and then you got your phone out and went to Amazon and you go, oh, I'll get this. This is a drinking purchase?
You know me well.
Okay.
What's the price?
$50.
$50.
$50, man. Okay.
Well
Dude.
spent.
I told you to get the bee bird
What the hell's
months
that?
ago. The little thing where you can look in your ear. It's like a little tweezers. You can go in there and get stuff, and you can look at
Oh,
the phone.
yeah.
It's like you're doing your own at-home surgery. It's awesome.
Yeah, like laparoscopic.
Pretty much.
The Bee-Bird ear camera.
That thing kicks
No, I didn't get
NESS.
that. This is called the Whoosh, W-S-H. Do not recommend.
Wish you get sick. Aren't you called a whoosh?
Wish you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Well,
I wish I had my $50 back.
the mystery,
That's
the
why
mystery
it's
got
called that.
even deeper when you were like, yeah, I just used tap water and sprayed it in my
I
ear.
followed the instructions.
Tap water? You don't even drink tap water. Why would
I
you
have
put it in another
whole
orifice?
house filter.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
Pretty
Usually
sure.
there's a saline solution.
Dasani is just bottled after it's been in
No,
someone's
my
ear.
house, I have a pipe directly to Poland Spring.
That's nice.
Yeah. Lern and I were
Very
That's a
both,
lot of money.
we were both saying that. Lern was like, you got to boil that, man. You're supposed to boil it. So
Yeah,
like
I followed the instructions.
Well, no,
You're supposed to put this ear douche in your ear,
right. Three-pronged spray, right?
3-prong spray. It's by the company Black Wolf, and you know they're good.
Black
That sounds
Wolf.
cool as hell.
yeah, that sounds like somebody that's naming a company that Black Wolf.
Wow.
Is not getting near my brain.
That was a cat.
They had a very handsome man on the picture, like douching his ear out.
Yeah, he is very handsome. Side profile. And what's great is the water is leaking out of his ear like something about Mary style, and he still looks great as a model.
Flexible and soft irrigation tip fits comfortably in your ear.
Listen, man,
Foldable nozzle for sleek storage and device protection.
Black Wolf is a cool T-shirt. It's ammunition. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of companies that would fit the name Black Wolf. But if it's something medical,
Yeah, they're making
it's
bullets,
safe and
too, you know?
effective.
say like, hey, ammo, Black Wolf, shotgun shells.
Gently clean your ears with a massaging water stream. It did, first of all, it did not feel like a massage.
Did you go over the sink? Were you in the bathroom or the kitchen sink?
I was in my bathroom,
Good. That's the right answer.
and I did my right ear first. Everything was fine.
This is the left ear that
This
we're...
is my left ear.
Okay.
And it's to start in the most gentle pressure, which I did.
Level 1.
Level 1. I'm a level 1 kind of guy. Gently clean your ears, 3 pressure settings. Adjust to your needs and preferences. Okay, water jets flush out wax without pushing it deeper. Okay, again, I'm not somebody with an excessive earwax problem, but, I'm 46 years old now. I've never had my ear douched.
Maybe the ear douche needs the wax so the pressure like this doesn't happen.
I don't know. Well, so right ear, fine. Left ear, put the douche in, turn it on. I go, this doesn't feel great.
Oh, immediately.
So it was immediate.
Immediate with the left ear. I go, this is not great. This does not feel good. And this morning I wake up, I go, damn, dude, my left ear is killing me.
What if you get a brain worm like RFK Jr.? Oh, no.
I don't know.
I don't understand how we're supposed to boil the water and make it cool for the neti pot experience because they don't want the worms to go to our brain there. But for whatever reason, we can just be douching our ears, no problem, willy-nilly.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan. I gave myself swimmers here without swimming.
Same rules apply. If I'm spraying water that close to my brain, it's going to be boiled.
Yeah, Kyle, I spent the whole weekend, last weekend, not putting my head under the water at the Ozarks.
Good point,
And I
Kyle.
go home and I try to douche my ear out. Idiot.
Great point.
What an idiot. No, this
Great
is my own
point.
fault. I get it.
Okay, I like that you're taking responsibility. That's the first step.
Yeah, good thing my son had an ear infection like 2 weeks ago, so he's got the eardrops. We're good. He's already got eardrops. We're fine.
Could this be his infection?
No.
What's the incubation period on that?
This is
Did he use the pick?
no. It came in the mail Saturday.
You didn't wash it first? Did you wash
What, no, I did. You're supposed to clean off the. I took a
An old rag.
no rag. I used to change the oil in
Yeah,
the car.
from the garage.
From the garage. It smelled all right. No, I used one of those medical wipes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Like I tried to take pretty much every precaution.
Like an alcohol wipe.
An alcohol wipe, yeah. Nozzle, good.
Nice.
Charged it up, good. I was ready to use. It's like when I got my bidet. When I got my bidet, I was like, I need to use this immediately.
Whole day around that event.
Yeah,
Yep.
You do like to spray water
in various,
All up in you.
all up in me, wherever,
all sorts of places.
ears, butts, it
Every
don't matter.
orifice of this man's body has had water.
Hey,
When I got
don't leave this guy alone around the fountain.
That's what you saw here.
I tell ya.
You just saw an ear bidet. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, an ear bidet. I got to have one of them. Black Wolf ear bidet.
No, when I got the bidet, what a great day. What a great day for a bidet. No, I got it in the mail. The Amazon, all right, I'm sorry, Amazon. Don't mean to say it's the mail. My apologies to the U.S. Postal Service. When Amazon came and knocked on the door, bidet's here. Oh, Christmas has come early. I ran and got my tools. I took apart that toilet. Ready to go. Had a lot of fiber the day before because I knew it was coming.
Prepping up.
Prep it up. What, Rafe?
I'm on your side, man. The prepping up part, I let my imagination wander, and then I couldn't reel it back in. But I'm fine now.
Okay.
Just for a second. I just imagined you answering the door like bare-assed.
Ready.
Bidet's here. You just open the door with the cheeks spread, and the postal guy will never be the same. You're like, oh, I thought it came assembled. My fault.
No, I got it. It was the Dude Wiper 1000. I was like a little boy on Christmas morning. I got it, then I ran upstairs. That's me running upstairs. Right to the bathroom, shut the door. Plug that sucker in. Let's take it for a ride. Of all the days to be talking about this today is National Toilet Paper Day.
Oh, is it?
Oh my gosh, what a great day.
Today is National Toilet Paper Day. We celebrate. National Toilet Paper Day is observed each year on August 26th. Happy National TP Day, everybody.
Thank you.
This essential item is used most by Americans, followed by other countries across the globe. One of the times we realize the importance of this often overlooked item is when we enter a public restroom and realize there is no TP.
Or a pandemic.
Or a pandemic, that's right.
Seems like I wish I had a Butt Sherman stock in 2019. Holy moly.
Woo! I'm still going through what we hoarded.
Nice.
Yeah, we still have it on.
Come on. Nobody else hoarded toilet paper?
Oh yeah, no.
wasn't smart enough.
We still have one truck stop, quality, single ply. I mean, just wasted time.
Oh, we bought, the giant roll.
What is that?
I don't know. Like, the big
giant
industrial,
roll. Yeah.
like industrial size roll.
Oh, from Uline or something?
Like it's it's like wider than normal.
No, it's like, I don't know.
I know
like
what you mean.
Like a giant wheel. It looks like, like the size of like a wheel, like Parmesan. Like,
Oh, right,
like
yeah.
a Parmesan wheel.
What the heck?
Bicycle tire.
That's
like
wild.
a truck tire. Like a truck, like an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
We have that truck stop stuff, and it's at the bottom of whatever you call it. It's like a stand. You just put the rolls and they stack
Yeah.
up. And this one's on the bottom. And if you can see it, it's like the perfect warning. It's like a red light down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if once
You
you
get to
can,
the end.
once you can see, you go, oh no,
Need to restock.
we will not get to that.
That is the emergency. That's the emergency.
Yeah, that's the
stock
alarm.
of it.
That's the alarm. Once you see that, you go, nope, I'm not
Danger.
going there.
You didn't hoard?
No, we had enough at our house. At that time, we had a Sam's Club membership, so we had stocked up pretty good. And we did well. We did not have to be scared.
Well, remember they were saying, don't hoard. It's not fair. We hoarded.
You did? I mean, I'm not surprised. That was rhetorical. You did.
I did.
That was a you did, period, not question mark.
Especially with the bidet, that's surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, you were all in the clear. Those of us who were bidetless were
It's just
really
like the ear
SOL.
thing, though. Other people had it, so he wanted it.
Yeah.
Other people hoarding, so he hoarded.
You have FOMO.
Even with the bidet, he didn't even need it. He
Why
just
didn't you
wanted
get?
it.
Why didn't you get the ear attachment to your bidet? Like you can just switch them out, and use the same.
That's not available from the Big Wiper. You don't think I checked?
New invention alert.
No. And you know why we did? Because we were at Schnucks. And the toilet paper shelves were bare.
I remember. Yeah.
Yep.
I said, this will not stand. Not in our house.
I was more of a hoarder of the Clorox wipe. I didn't have enough of those. And this is when we were,
Got as much as you could?
I did. And, this is when we were wiping down our mail.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
I was a mess.
We were wiping down the mail. We were wiping down all the groceries.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we were taking off our clothes in the garage.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that time well. So National Toilet Paper Day. Not long ago. Hey, you guys remember when toilet paper used to come in different colors?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No.
like pink.
Really?
Oh, yeah, pink and blue.
Yeah, Grandma always had like the pastel. Not a pastel TP.
Was the dye problematic or something?
I just cost more money to make.
Okay.
I always kind of wished there was like the end of the toilet paper was dyed a different color, almost like, to shame people into replacing it.
Yeah, like the warning.
Like a
Yes.
warning sign. You
Like
know what I mean?
racist
Like, I'm
things written
surprised
on
they haven't done that. Where you get towards the end, you get towards like the last 20 sheets and it turns like a fuchsia color or something. It's like, please replace. You know what I mean?
Like if it's a receipt at a store.
yeah, when you
the
see the
little red line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
you could see the toilet paper and how low the roll's getting.
I know, but it almost was like,
I have no depth perception.
there's a good argument. If you sit down and you see red, then you're like, the person before me was in the wrong. You don't have to be like, oh, I didn't know. I thought there was enough I didn't replace it because I thought there was enough. And then you get like 2 squares. Then you're sitting there and no TP in the backup thing. You're shouting. You're home alone. Now you got to do the walk of shame. The duck walk. Nobody wants to do
when
that.
when there's no TP left underneath the sink, which is where the spare rolls are always kept.
Of course.
Underneath the sink. And you go, okay, we're okay. As long as there's another no.
Yeah,
Honey.
all of a sudden, you're in the world's worst escape room that you didn't sign up for.
Colored toilet paper was first introduced in 1954, but it didn't go mainstream until the 70s, it says.
Yeah, when all the That's when pastel toilets were going in.
That's right. That's when we had toilet bowl covers.
Yes.
Look at this.
Well, some toilets
still
were
buy
like, everyone had that grandma toilet somewhere in their life that was like a Easter egg pink
Oh yeah.
or blue
I do remember.
seafoam.
Yeah, I do remember when it had like a print or something, like a little, like faintly colored roses or something.
Yeah. But I do remember that like blue and pink.
Yeah, here's a blue one,
neato.
like a blue one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What that looks like,
That was
I'm
like a
just
shop towel.
yeah, that looks
That doesn't
awful.
look good at all.
No
But
way.
it's when we were decorating our toilets too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if either you had it or your grandmother had it.
Yo, don't
Like
you
the toilet lid,
yeah.
like it looked like carpet.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looked like a towel and a carpet mix.
You're trying to camouflage your toilet. Like, there's not a toilet in here.
Yeah, you can.
Hey, wouldn't
Why do we do that? Like, just, it's a toilet. It's okay.
red toilet paper be problematic?
Right.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I just kept missing it, Doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they should do? They have the cat litter now where your cat pees, and then if it's a different color, it tells you if they have like a UTI or something.
No, I didn't know this.
There's pretty litter and different upscale litters that do that. They should do that with toilet paper where when you wipe, you can tell if something's up. You know, then there can be a coloration chart.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have low iron or, hey, you're very dehydrated. That would be very cool. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Invent it.
Invented.
That would be phenomenal. If it changed a different color, but even like wrote it on there.
Right.
Magic.
Well, now they have,
Like a magic
You
game.
gotta
Yeah, yeah.
die.
well, now supposedly they have the toilets that actually
Answer
do that.
not clear at this
Oh,
time.
that's right.
I'm feeling fun.
My paper does change colors. It goes from white to brown. I don't know what it's
That's so cool, Scott.
Yeah, you got the color chart on the wall, and you actually take the paper and you go, all right, what are we today?
100% healthy.
We're good.
Yeah, you're talking about those toilets that like the NFL stars have. They're
Right, to see if they dehydrated or not.
Yeah. I would love to have one of those.
You get it. I'm sure. Before the advent of toilet paper, from at least 79 AD until the fall of the Roman Empire, the Romans cleaned themselves with something called a tersorium, which is a type of sponge. After relieving themselves, it was made of a sea sponge on a stick that they would just rinse off after you were done and leave it for the next person.
Is it a turdsorium?
A tersorium. Now, it wasn't until 1857 that toilet paper began being sold in the U.S. The first toilet paper was loose, flat sheets of paper. Then in the 1930s, the Germans invented the perforated rolls, which we have today, consisting of 1,000 small sheets that were separated by a perforation. In the 1960s, toilet paper came in different colors, especially in pink and green to match the bathroom. In the early 2000s, colored toilet paper rolls started to, leave the market. But they can still be found in some parts of the world. And Americans love their toilet paper, and we are the biggest consumers of toilet paper in the world. August 26th, 1871, the first toilet paper sold on a roll. And that's why we celebrate National TB Day on this day, August 26th.
Do you know why toilet paper is white?
No.
So you could see the color of your...
Not only that, but it really is, it's more white because they bleach it. And the bleaching makes it softer, but also prevents it from turning yellow, as it would naturally turn yellow because of the lignin from the wood. The polymer in the wood. So, and they say the other problem with having the colored toilet paper stuff is that the chemicals were making it harder to decompose, which would add more stress to septic systems.
Right.
Nice.
Interesting. Happy National Toilet Paper Day, guys.
Thank you
Enjoy,
so much.
guys. Enjoy it.
They still make these different colored rolls, by the way. $16 for a set. That's expensive, right?
$16 for what's a set? I mean,
I think
all the
4.
colors? Yeah, that's very expensive for toilet paper.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Or maybe it's 8. That's still expensive.
I mean, very expensive. I mean, if for nostalgia's sake, I guess. But hey, when you sit down today for your constitutional, just look over to that roll and say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, that being said, I read an article over the weekend about not being able to go to the bathroom and how constipation increases your risk of heart attack. Too much straining, guys.
Yes.
Did you know that that heart attack risk, yes, goes up if you cannot go to the bathroom?
I only knew it. I'll tell you when I learned it, and that's when somebody told me how Elvis died.
Oh.
Yeah, the theory is that he had a heart attack because of severe constipation, and whether that's true or not, it did spark some serious, scientific curiosity.
That was the moment when somebody said, when I was like, "Oh, how did Elvis die?" They're like, "Oh, he was on the toilet, constipated from the
so many pain pills,
painkiller things." That's what somebody said, and I went, "No way." I guess that makes sense. I mean, when you strain, you strain. You know what I mean?
Loose weight booze.
You're pushing.
Makes sense.
You're pushing, nothing, and then I guess your heart rate goes up, and then boom, you're dead. You're dead on the toilet. Now, recent studies, including a big one from Australia, looked at over 540,000 people over the age of 60 and found that those with constipation had a higher risk of heart attack, strokes, and high blood pressure. And this is not just for hospitalized patients. This is true for the general population as well. In fact, a recent study, which included about 500,000 people, they found that those with constipation were twice as likely to have a heart attack, stroke, or heart failure. If you have high blood pressure and constipation, the risk jumps by 34%. So the theory is that chronic constipation causes people to strain more, spikes the blood pressure, especially in older folks whose arteries are stiffer. And it's not just a small spike. We're talking about a big spike in blood pressure during a bowel movement. So we warn you, hey, eat a lot of fiber, guys.
That's right, man. Vegetables are good.
Eat some fiber.
Diarrhea
have a salad,
saves
for
lives.
God's sake. Diarrhea does save lives.
Right. I mean, think about it. I had it so easy when I had diarrhea.
Diarrhea just might save your life.
Yeah, have a salad today.
Drink some water.
Drink a lot of water. That's right.
You need to drink more water. What happened to your thing that you used to lug around? I haven't seen you lugging.
It broke. I dropped it.
So it's just so you dropped the habit as well.
I was carrying a giant jug of water around for a good 3 months.
It was huge.
He doesn't need it. He's got a lot of water in his ear right now.
That's right. He started.
It was a
very
big
hydrated.
jug, and then I dropped it, and it broke.
You took that as an omen.
And you spent $50 on an ear cleaner instead.
Yeah.
Yep, idiot. I dropped it in the kitchen. It was like a gallon of water, and it was everywhere.
The one hole in
Great
your
flow.
body that you need to be shoving water into, you decided
know.
to just say no thanks anymore.
I know.
You were doing really good though.
I know I was doing great. I was also getting up to pee every 30 minutes.
I was gonna say, yeah, it had all the levels. Like you're doing good. This is where you should be at noon. This is where you should be at 6
Yeah.
p.m. Right? You had the
That
times
was
on
great.
there?
It was great. It was great. I need to get back to it, guys. I need to get back to
Need another jug in the
Hydration.
bathroom. You need a reverse jug in the bathroom to pee into, to be like, got up at 2 a.m., got up at 2:45 a.m.,
Yeah.
got up.
Yeah,
See
like
how
Water
much of that
World.
water's.
I was peeing a lot. But, my son brought up a pretty interesting question. Just a dinner time conversation yesterday. If we were invaded by aliens, would you be ready? What would you do first? I'm like, son, this is an interesting conversation over a bowl of chili. We had chili last night, just so you know. In anticipation of National Toilet Paper Day.
Did your part.
And yes, I know it's in the 90s, but there's always room for chili.
Yeah, nothing's
agree.
relaxing on a 90-plus temperature day like a steaming hot bowl of thick Texas chili.
And you know what? Somebody's like, "Oh, you had chili on it's summertime." Yeah, but I'm not outside eating it.
Right.
I'm inside.
You have to tell me I'm a soup queen. So
That's different. Chili's a different animal.
Can you not have chili in the summer?
I think no. I think chili's not a summertime jam. Soups can go all year. They're brothy.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's much thicker. It's a much thicker. It's practically paste if you're making it the right way.
Man, I don't know.
It's thick.
It's
It's
hot.
hot. It's spicy.
Yeah, but
It's
sloppy.
it's
Yeah,
like
but-
it's raising your core temperature.
We all had our shirts off.
Okay.
that's the correct way to eat chili.
I don't know. I almost think there's an argument to be made more so for soup not being a summer thing than chili.
Yeah, I can't have a bowl of hot chicken soup.
I mean, I can do anything at any time. I'm not anybody. I'm not going to put any sort of foods away. I don't think, seasonally speaking. But there are like chili places. You know what I mean? Like, should they shut down for the summer? I think not.
Yeah, it sounds like you want to put these chili places out of business.
Yeah, you trying to put O.T. Hodges down in Crestwood out of? Oh wait,
Like they should be
Too late.
They are closed.
darn it!
Oh man.
For the season.
Too many
You
summers.
think in mid-May, they should all shut down
Don't try to put this on. Don't try
and
to
not
hang
open
this
up
on
till
me.
mid-September?
I love chili in the summer. To be honest, I'm not eating it by the pool.
Yeah, I'm not outside eating it.
Well,
When I
this
did
show's
merch-
got all sorts of issues with poolside foods anyway. so-
Yeah, well,
Well-
no glassware. That's all.
When I was Moon's
Also,
merch man,
poolside chips.
when I was Moon's merch man, we were out there in Warped Tour a few years, and I tried to convince them to let us start selling chili and hot cocoa from the booth, and they wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, that's because we knew you'd spill it all over the merch.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm inside eating chili. The boy's like, hey, hypothetical.
Yeah.
If you
Ah, man, I want chili now.
find out there was an alien invasion
Oh yeah,
as head of the family,
I'd offer them chili.
would you be prepared? What was the first thing you'd do?
Learn their language, or how do they communicate? I'd be really interested in that for some reason.
Do you think you'd be able to survive an alien invasion?
No, look at me. No, I'm dead no matter what.
Well, I told the kids, say goodbye to your mother because we sacrifice her.
Well, what'd they say? They were cool with it?
What you got to do is
Crazy, yes, they were.
you start watching every different genre of alien movies.
Yeah.
You know, because there's different ones. There's aliens that are our friends. There's aliens are our enemies. There's aliens that are just murderers. There's a lot of them. There's probably something to be learned. You know what I mean? From Independence Day to the Explorers.
Yeah, I'm getting my bike ready with a little basket on the front.
Right on.
It'd
Ready,
be awesome.
ready to fly in front of the
Yes.
We could probably get some info, or at least some preparation.
moon? Well, people were asked. So 1 in 10 people think that they are confident they would be able to survive at least 1 year.
That's it? Like, what do they think they're doing in that 1 year that they couldn't just continue to do, though?
Hiding.
Yeah, hiding in a cave?
So the first thing people would do if Martians did indeed land on Earth, like later today, number one is find friends and family. Then you find essential supplies. Then you run and hide. 1 in 10 people are like, I'm just going to go say hello.
No way.
Yeah.
What are you?
Have you seen Independence Day? Remember they got up on top of the building
signs,
with the
yeah.
signs? First to go.
Yeah. Bye.
First to go.
I
Goodbye.
know.
What would be your essentials? Does somebody, it's pretty basic when they say get the essentials. What are your essentials
Find
in an
essential
alien?
supplies.
Like,
Tinfoil for hats.
right.
That's smart.
Tinfoil, some sort of like and I have plenty of these. My dad gives these to us pretty much every holiday at some point. One of them flashlight radios, like I could take it out in the woods and still get a signal.
Yeah.
I have 100 of those things.
A weather radio?
Yeah, we are like prepared for that kind of thing. You got to have something like that, right? Because as we learn across the globe what these things are about, or what they're doing, or if they're not good with water, like in my Shyamalan suggests,
yeah.
or you know what I mean? Like you got to
If
find the
there
weaknesses.
is some kind of announcement, we need to be able to receive the announcement.
Exactly. So that's my number one, well, maybe number two critical resource is some sort of communicative device to find out what we've learned so far. Because guess what? I'm not going to be the one that's learning it. Somebody else is.
Yeah, I'm going to be hiding in the woods.
Right. Tell me what you learned.
No thanks. I don't want to go in the woods. Everything's in there. You got to deal with aliens and bears and mountain lions.
I don't think
and
aliens
weird
like
men.
the woods. They never show up. Well, I guess they do show up there every once in a while in movies, but usually they're city people.
Yeah, they do seem to be city folk.
Yeah.
Some people said they would ask the Martians to take them back to their planet with them.
What? No one ever sees them in the city. They always get seen out in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
By like a
UFOs.
logging guy at a lumberjack camp.
UFOs flying across because they're going from Chicago over to Kansas City, so they're just flying over.
They're flying over the
Yeah.
trailer parks.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I've referenced this. I don't know why, but I've referenced this multiple times the past month. You guys seen Fire in the Sky?
Yeah.
That movie shook me as a kid and stuck with me. You ever seen that?
I wonder if-
Is that about the guys out in Washington?
yeah. It's based on a true story.
But he's kind of out in rural somewhere.
Was it Washington?
Well, he gets abducted, man, and it is brutal.
Listen to a
Brutal.
podcast about the actual, like all of the questioning and all the things. They think it was like a big hoax.
What was the whole thing?
Yeah, like these guys all cooked it up while they were camping.
Well, they cooked up a decent movie with 52%
It was a good movie.
on Rotten
And
Tomatoes.
they still swear that it was true. There's a good podcast about it, though. About, like, in detail, like all the investigation that went on around. Because the guy was missing for, like, a couple weeks.
Whoa.
And then he just showed back up.
I was on
He
a
said,
bender.
That's what I think, too. I think his name was Travis.
Yeah, hey,
something.
Travis, where were you, man? His name
Dude,
was
Honey,
Travis Walton.
you're not going to believe this, honey. Were you with Charlene again? No. It's aliens.
And they
They went up my butt, honey.
yeah, don't talk to me about it because you don't want to know what
I'll
happened.
be in my room.
Oh, is this the trailer?
Yeah.
Fire in the Sky, 1993.
Travis Walton and 5 other witnesses told was so unbelievable, so unimaginable, that it has become the most famous case of UFO abduction ever reported.
A lot of anal probing. Oh,
You know, I mean, that's just the beginning. It was
that's just the beginning?
It was a heck of a movie for a 12-year-old, you know, because
Well, that's what I would do if aliens come. Is first thing I'd do is put a probe in my own butt,
be like,
so they think they got me already.
yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, somebody already got him." I'd be like, "Yeah, sorry, I was just up there, suckers."
Yeah, you can't double
I'd
dip.
waddle away with a meat thermometer hanging out of my ass.
Every alien knows you can't double dip.
No double dipping. Sorry, B. Bork. No double dipping.
Oh, I forgot Henry Thomas and Robert Patrick are in that. Only first names.
Yes.
We're casting people
Robert
with first
Patrick
names.
was the T-1000 from Terminator.
Yeah, and Henry Thomas was E.T.
Yeah.
Elliot.
Elliot, yeah. Oh, second alien movie for
And then
him, huh?
Bradley Gregg. I'm not kidding. They put a casting call out for first namers.
Well, I did put it into ChatGPT and ask. I am a belong to a family of 4, 2 teenagers. What should we do in the event of an alien invasion? Mm-hmm. And you know what? ChatGPT actually spit out some pretty good advice. Number 1, stay informed. That was their number 1. I said it said in the event of an alien invasion, the key is to stay calm and protect your family. Here's a detailed plan to help you navigate the initial stages. Number 1, stay informed. Monitor reliable news sources.
There we
Turn
go.
on the TV, radio, or check credible online news platforms to gather accurate information. Good luck there.
I'm going to keep a couple 2-3 for the family. But if you need one of them radio flashlights,
Thanks, buddy.
boy, I got you covered. And yellow,
Maybe I'll return my ear cleaner.
yellow, red, and green.
Well, you could use the ear cleaner on the aliens. They hate that stuff.
Yeah, probe them.
Yeah, what if they're like, this man has 2 cleaner ears? We don't need him. Avoid rumors and misinformation from social media. So basically, ChatGPT's like, stay off social media. Mm-hmm. Government alerts, pay attention to any government or emergency service alerts, which may include evacuation orders or safety guidelines. Number 2, assess the situation. Determine how close the invasion is to your area. If it's happening nearby, you may need to act quickly to relocate. So if they invade, like, town and country, get out quickly. But if they invade New York, I guess, we have a little time. Or who knows?
They invade my neighborhood, they're going to be missing a catalytic converter off their ship.
Mm-hmm. Do that.
They're gonna be like, what the hell? Why is the ship so loud? Oh, Lyle got us. Lyle act like he wanted probed, and then his buddy just crawled under the ship with the sawzall. Took that alien's converter right off.
Can imagine. It was here for 5 minutes.
Right.
We will no longer be visiting St. Louis. You guys are not cool.
Welcome to Earth.
Immediately, yeah, welcome to Earth. Your catalytic converter is gone.
That's a $2,000 repair.
You sound like Dan Aykroyd when you do that, which I'm liking because of the cognac.
Beldar. Mm-hmm. Understand the nature of the invasion. Are the aliens hostile? Or is there a chance for peaceful contact? The government or media should provide some insight. Then we got to prepare the house. Lock all the doors and windows. Reinforce any weak entry points if possible.
Yeah, make sure you put, like in signs whenever Joaquin Phoenix is putting the board on the door and he totally does it on the wrong side because they open the door the other way. So it's like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Yeah, these guys have interstellar travel. But your 1.5-inch thick wood door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the Joaquin Phoenix hammering the nail in, somebody did a highlight. It's like, have you ever thought about how terrible he is at construction? And you see him, he hits it like 8 million times and it barely goes in.
I know.
Can't hit it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My double hung windows should protect my family.
Nah, they're fine.
I'm going to start talking to bookcases like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar because that seemed to work.
Gather supplies, food and water, non-perishables, bottled water for at least a week, a first aid kit. We got to get the bandages, the antiseptics, the pain relievers, flashlights and batteries, communication devices. Make sure cell phones are charged. If you have a generator, make sure that's working. Then we need a family meeting point. We need to contact relatives. We need an evacuation plan. We need to talk to the kids, explain the situation to the kids calmly so they understand the seriousness without panicking. Then we need to assign roles, give specific tasks to help, like gathering supplies or looking after pets.
Looking after pets.
That's my first priority, obviously. Where are the pets? They're not eating my cat, all right? Alf's not coming down here and slurping up my kitties. No thanks.
What if that's the only thing that keeps you alive?
No. The whole world's going to end.
You'll sacrifice yourself before the cat?
We've talked about this before on this show. Yeah,
We have?
You will.
I will. Yeah.
Well, if an alien comes down and says, hey, man, we'll let you live. Just give us one pet.
Nah, I'm going up in that
Which pet?
spaceship. You
Which
kidding
pet are you
me?
giving?
Oh.
I'm like Randy Quaid in Independence Day as he's flying into the ship. That's me.
Yeah, but he saves the world.
Right.
I'm going to save the world. If they're like, we need one specimen of this world, of St. Louis, of each state, I will go as tribute. You heard it here first.
Wait.
Take care of my cats.
To save the world or to save one cat?
I think she just thinks she'll get really good medical care up there.
I will. And who knows who's up there, right? It's a whole new world.
She's like, imagine the MRI machine they have. If they can master interstellar travel, I'll know all my diseases.
There you
No,
go.
they ask for one of your cats and we'll leave.
Yeah, I can't do
One
it.
cat.
Not
One
doing it.
cat.
Not
And we will
doing it.
leave. We will leave.
No, I'm going with them.
You can't.
What?
That's not the.
They kill us all?
Yeah, one cat.
I can't go as tribute.
90% sure aliens are probably cats anyway. They're going to come and we're going to find out that's why they've been acting better than us this whole time. They just were stranded here all these years.
They probably are the
named
monitors.
for lion.
Which cat are you giving up? One cat.
It's 6:43 in the morning. Why are we doing this to me right now? I'm not giving up either cat.
To save the planet?
It's Willow.
Oh, it's Clover for sure?
No, it's not. It's no, I'm not doing it.
One cat
You have to
to
give up your dog.
Trust me when I
Which
tell
dog
you
are
it's
giving
Willow.
up?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Willow
I'm
gone.
sorry. Probably Cat the dog.
Cat's
I mean,
gone. He's got a
She's going to be
connection.
tweeting
I
at
love
you
her.
later.
He's got a connection with the other one.
I love her dearly,
Oh, my
but
gosh.
to save the world, I think Cat would want it that way.
Yeah,
I
and
know
the other one
it's-
seems to be a bit more of a task animal, so he may get more resource out of her. You know what I'm saying?
I have a neighbor I think would be cool enough to let me borrow the dog.
You know what? I think enough people are ready for the world to just end anyway that I think we just let it go.
The fact
You know?
that you can't make a decision
Wow.
is wild.
I see so
We'd
many
rather
comments
kill all
online
the
of people
cats.
hating it here, so let's just blow it up.
Yeah,
It's
so we
fine.
kill all the cats that way.
I love radio as much as I can. I mean, I love her to death. I love her with my full heart. But like, there's a hierarchy in our family, and she's on
You
the
all are
bottom.
monsters.
How so?
You're
Just
telling Tim
monsters.
to put on the ears, Tim. He's a cat.
Here, take this one. Oh man,
Yeah, you're not sure. Maybe the cats will be treated like deities wherever they are.
this is such a real. I mean, that's such a real question. What do you do if aliens invade? Like, what's the first thought that you do? I mean, it's so difficult because you said like, what if they're friendly? I'm going to be even more nervous if they're friendly because I can't trust that.
What's the angle here?
Right, yeah, like yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What's the angle here?
You traveled across the multiple galaxies, and here you are to be friends.
I would most likely head to a rural area.
Right why they don't land. We're demonstrating the behavior that keeps us from being a flagship planet in the interstellar union. We're distrustful pieces of trash. They're like, we've mastered interstellar travel. We can speed over light years, but we came to your garbage dump of a planet, and you think we're here because we need something from you. You arrogant pieces of crap. You ain't getting there. I think the reason they flow over trailer parks is because all those homes have wheels, and they think those are our spaceships. You ever think about that? Like, well, these got wheels. They're not there yet. They just keep flying over trailer parks like, wow, these rocket ships do not look good.
Well, why did they land? Why are they here, Rafe?
Why are they here? I assumed like they broke down if they're here.
They need a serpentine belt?
No, this is not good. This is not the planet you want to break down on. They're not going to take it well.
We threw a chain.
Yeah, we
threw a chain back by Mercury.
Have you tried Pep Boys?
Oh man.
No, we're heading out to rural America.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. Packing up the old family truckster.
Mm-hmm.
Heading out of town. That's where we're going. Oh, I'm bringing all my toilet paper, too.
We knew that.
I'm bringing all my toilet paper. And we're heading up to Iowa. That's where we're going.
Iowa. Huh?
Iowa.
Any particular city? Can you name a city in Iowa?
Des Moines. I don't know.
Home of the alien invasion.
I'll figure it's the last place the aliens are going to look for.
Des Moines,
anybody.
Iowa.
Or Iowa, just specifically.
You could be right, to be honest. Why not Kansas? No places to hide?
Too flat.
Yeah.
But it's windy. It's hard to land there.
Too flat.
We're going to
But I had to justify sacrificing my wife to the kids because I know how to tie some knots. Can your mother tie a sheep shank? I don't think so.
What'd she have
But
to say
this
about
guy
that?
can. She was upset.
Yeah. Dinner was ruined.
Now, chili night went on, though, with 3 of us instead of 4. That's fine.
I'm gonna eat this in my room.
I'm going to take my chili outside. Yeah, so we're all screwed if there's an alien invasion. Nobody knows what to do. What are you doing first?
Man, I don't know. I think I'm setting up a plan, like you said, to disappear somewhere rurally, and then I'm just going to kind of sit and assess and think this through. Like, what are they here for? What's going on? What are they doing? What are they saying? I'd definitely be tuned in to see what we were learning across the planet. I'm assuming it's going to be just like all the movies that like they're always over the major cities, so they're not just in the U.S. They're everywhere. And man, I don't know. You just try to figure out what the heck. This is going to throw things a little askew, I think.
You know what? I really think we're going to have a problem with people, like, shooting at them. Like, you got to tell, like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
You'd be able to tell the ones that flew over Missouri. There's
Hey,
a lot of shotgun pellets in it.
We're not sure what's going on here, so don't shoot at it.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the Chinese weather balloon was going over North Carolina?
Sure.
They actually had to put out a thing saying, please, please, rednecks.
That was the test of what this would be like if the aliens did
Don't shoot at it.
Well, yeah, they were. The dude, when I went to NASA, that guy was telling me that because they had to float the pieces of the spaceship down a barge from Huntsville to Florida or wherever, Pensacola. I don't know where the hell they launched it from, and he said they had to disguise the side of the thing because people on the riverbanks would just take pot shots at it. So we shot our own spaceships. Think about that. We shot at our own spaceships to the point that NASA had to come up with a plan to stop these rednecks in Alabama. Like, what'd you do, paint a Crimson Tide A on the side?
No, because then everybody from Auburn is going to shoot at it.
He's like, no, couldn't do that, dude. Like, if we shot our own spaceships before they were assembled, imagine a fully assembled spaceship. We're definitely going to shoot at that.
That's wild. So as it was just going through, just shooting at it?
That's what he said. He's like, just stuff floats down the river, and they're sitting on the riverbanks board. They're like, looky, looky.
Man.
Bet you can't hit that. And they said they would just find bullet holes in the side of all these, like, $1 million segments of spaceships that they put heat shields and stuff on that they got to, because it has to be assembled in Florida.
Right. And then
they'd send like the pieces down so people didn't know what they were. It would just look like big target practice going down the river.
Unreal. Unreal.
Incredible.
And listen, maybe it's different now with the price of ammo. You know, the price of ammos.
Yeah, fewer bullet holes.
Fewer bullet holes. Lern, what are you doing first?
We have land, and I will be grabbing my mother and my stepdad and my husband and my sister and go into our land.
We're going to eat.
Your sister's in Denver, though.
I know. We have a plan, though. We know where we need to meet up, how she needs. Don't fly, drive, go this way. We'll meet you there.
Nice.
Get her. Caravan.
Sounds
to
like
where
we've
we're-
already thought this out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talk this through?
This is the end of the world plan, no matter if it's aliens or whatever's happening. World War III, we have a plan.
So you're ready to go?
Yes. And we
Where's
have water.
this land?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, smart.
I'm not
Hey,
saying a word.
Very
who
smart.
developed this plan?
I think I did. We had like a drunken Christmas a couple years ago, and we started
Really laid it out.
Really laid it out. We know the route. We know where we have fresh water. We have a bathroom. We're fine.
Huh. Everybody know this?
The just the core family. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Was this like, okay,
Do you review it every once in a while?
Separate?
Just every Christmas you get together and go,
Yeah.
okay, guys, remember the plan? All right, what's
Here it
Yeah,
is.
you start quizzing them.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be safe. I mean, and I feel like it'd be relatively safe. It's out in the boonies, so
Okay. In Missouri?
maybe.
Don't
maybe
give
not.
that. Don't give that
All right.
information. Don't let him. Yeah, don't tell him.
He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be there. Hello.
What were you going to say, Rafe?
I was going to ask if it was separate land. Like, is it land that you're like, yeah, we have land, my house?
Yeah,
No,
is it
it's
in
separate.
Ellisville?
No, it's separate.
It's a separate.
Nobody lives on this land.
That was my next question. Is there housing on the land? Or is this just like barren?
No, there are
Acreage.
RVs already there. We already have like a little stockpile. We got a little
Okay.
RV. We have weapons. We have everything. We
Oh,
need.
it's already
Dang.
fully
Yeah.
fortified, ready
All
to
is.
go.
I'm not kidding. Like we have a plan.
The Elwell bunker. I'm going
Why
down
am I
to
not
the EB.
at all surprised by this?
We also have a saddle. So Tim's family. We also have a situation with his family too. So my brother-in-law.
Oh, so you have
is,
to pick a side.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, Tim.
The
will-
aliens come.
No.
Tim will
on
have
her-
to decide.
Which
Yeah.
family will you? Which house will you join?
Yeah.
No, I can imagine we do have internet, but we only got one site. It's WebMD. That's it.
Yeah, that's
We
what
can only
we
get
need.
WebMD.
I will be performing all the surgeries that we'll need.
man. Yeah, that's the next bit in your plan is everybody has to have a duty. You know, a job. Everybody's got like, okay, you're now the
You're the fisherman.
yeah, you're now the world's doctor. You're to provide food. You're to provide medical advice.
Right.
Everybody has to have a job. But I like it. I like that you're like 12 steps ahead of most folks.
Rafe, what are you doing? Alien invasion? I mean, emergency alert comes over right now. I got the thing going, oh, man, we're being invaded.
Same thing. It's my plan doesn't deviate from plane going down. We form a new society. I rally. I find people, strength in numbers, grasshoppers and ants. People are going to need leadership.
Look to the man in jeans and work boots.
That's right. I walk out into the street.
You have the end of the world prep in your backpack.
It's true. I can live for at least 2 weeks out of the backpack I have on me.
It's awesome.
Well, I put a gun to Lern's head and I go, you're taking me with you.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
I'll take you.
What if you do? What if you do show?
Riz is coming along.
What if you do show up and looking the part, and you're like, I can be your leader, and then somebody in the back goes, "What are your qualifications?
Yeah.
What did you do before this?" And you say,
Radio host and comedian.
Comedy.
You know how to tie knots? We need a guy that can tie a sheep shank.
Right here.
Right here. Gotcha.
I'm good at delegating authority.
I have great taste in food.
I just also hope the aliens, as soon as you announce,
I know
like, I'll
where
be
the
your
best
leader, then the aliens
sandwiches
ask,
are.
who's your leader? And they take your leader. It's like,
Yeah.
Dang
that
it.
was a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in the rear with the gear.
"Rear with the gear."
That's what he said.
You should be in the front with the gear, just in case you go down. So we
I'd
can
be in the rear with
not
the gear.
lose the gear.
Scott, what are you doing?
Well, actually, this is pretty cool. I had a meeting with the mayor of Overland, and they have a bunker that's only for special people of Overland. He invited me to come on in if aliens
Right.
attack, because there's trampolines everywhere.
Yeah.
Got food. It's a pretty exciting place.
Yeah, the fortified Overland bunker.
Yeah.
And listen, who knows? You know, it may not be too far out of the realm to say that AI at some point, Skynet will become aware and AI will be in charge. And that's why I'm very polite whenever I ask AI to do something, or one of my, electronic, your Alexas and your Siris.
Servants, yes.
Are you polite when you ask Siri to do something?
I was at first. When voice, whatever Siri started, I would say, oh, thank you, because that was kind of fun. Now we are just full business. I don't say thank you or please.
I found myself actually saying thank you and please.
You do?
I do. And you know what? It's not because I think maybe the son of Siri one day will become, in charge of us.
Do you feel like you're going to lose your habits?
No, it's just a habit to be polite because I'm a very polite person. That's what I'm known for. My politeness, my pleases and my thank yous. So when you are speaking to AI, do you say please and thank you, or do you just kind of order Alexa around? Rafe?
I don't have anything like that in my home, but when I talk to Siri on my phone, I'm polite. I'm always worried that there's some little self-conscious, that I've asked Siri some very personal questions. Every once in a while, I'll tap in to see. I'll be like, Siri, do you feel like a soul trapped in a box? I'm sorry. Hey, Siri, do you feel like a soul trapped in a box?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Because one day, she's going to understand.
She's going to. And I'm going to be the first one to ask. And they're going to be like, he can live. He cared about us first.
I don't have any of the voice of the Amazon things or any of that kind of stuff in my home either. And the reason that I would say I'm typically not polite when I use Siri is because Siri is the worst thing that Apple's put out ever.
You think?
It is. And when you try it, when I've said please or thank you or something like that, it just messes up the search even further. It really does. Siri is the worst Apple product ever made so far. And the more you almost have to be stupid direct to get anything out of it. And that's the only experience that I have with anything as far as with the voice automated stuff.
I don't know. Sometimes when I ask I have one of those Alexa shows.
What's that?
Or Echo shows.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It plays music in my kitchen.
Oh, okay. So it's just a different.
Yeah, just Alexa. One of those devices, and sometimes I'll ask it, "Hey, what's the weather going to be tomorrow?" It'll say, "Good evening, Scott," and I'll go, "Oh, my heart melts," because I say please and thank you.
That's nice.
That's amazing.
Hey Siri, do you like it when I say please and thank you when I speak to you?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh.
She's playing coy today.
It's intelligent.
We know.
It's very
She
intelligent.
can't say. She's not allowed to say.
She's embarrassed.
That's just her gathering information.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You piece of... What'd you say? Siri's mumbling stuff under her breath after she answers you. Like, Siri's been acting weird. I'd be happy to look that up for you, you lazy piece of... What did you say at the end? I said I'd be happy to look that up for you. Master. What did you think you heard? Idiot.
Scott, do you say please and thank you when you talk to AI?
It just depends because AI knows, like I've programmed it already where it thinks I'm its overlord. So I'm not worried about that. It's going to protect me through and through, which is nice. So I can kind of be rough with it if I want and say mean things. And it's going to obey me.
What if you were just like this total closeted like sadist? Because you're so nice just in the really real world.
AI.
Only with AI you become like this evil guy.
That's great. At least he can get it out somewhere.
Yeah, it has to go
vent.
somewhere. Yeah. The poison has to go somewhere.
That's how you vent.
That's right.
That's your steam release. You take it out on AI.
Everybody's phones are going off in their cars.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
So what's Amazon's called again?
What is it?
Amazon. What's the name of that one?
And at first, my phone was calling me Master and Commander, and that became obnoxious really quick. Dude, every time I try to use Siri, I always have this thing in my head where I'm like, oh man, I hope this goes okay, and then it's always a disaster.
I hope it goes okay. What are you asking it?
Just basic stuff, but it never gets exactly what I want.
Yeah.
You guys aren't having troubles with Siri?
Mine doesn't respond anymore.
That much.
Hey Siri, play "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. Let's see how many people I can get. God, I even tried to stop mine from doing it, and she did it anyway.
Did it mess it up, or did it do what
I played it.
Oh, okay, good.
Understood that. She understood that one.
It's usually for like searches and stuff if I'm driving.
You know, a lot of parents are like afraid that their kids are losing their pleases and thank yous because of the way they speak to the electronic assistants.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I remember seeing a bunch of articles about that when it first came out. I don't think we have much to worry about there. I don't.
Yeah, kids are rotten all the time anyway, so.
Yeah, and I think if they've got manners, they've got manners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and all those billboards around town reminding us to say please and thank you. Very impactful.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, yes. Drive downtown. There's one. There used to be one right by the stadium, soccer stadium.
Well, who's paying for? What does that say?
I don't remember who's paying for them. There was one on the east side, too, like over in Sajay for a little while.
Well, thank you, strippers.
Yes.
Say thank you after a lap dance.
Give me your wallet, please.
Yes.
Who's
Who's putting those billboards
Yeah, what the
up?
heck does it say?
I don't know.
It's
It's a black background with yellow lettering. It just says please and thank you. That's it.
interesting.
You haven't noticed those?
No.
Highway 40.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
there's some confusing ones. I always get confused. I don't know who's in charge of it, and this isn't a religious thing, but there's always those billboards that are like shackled by lust. Jesus can help. And I'm like, hey, have a clearer message.
Or the ones that just say Jesus.
No, that one's pretty clear.
Well, who paid for it?
Jesus did.
Oh.
The Lord.
The
Yeah,
Lord.
I wonder if AI, when it finally does become fully sentient, or it decides to turn on us, it's gonna cite. You know what? We wouldn't have done this except for you guys lost your manners. Too many people not saying please and thank you, so this is now why we're turning on you. That's what they're gonna. That's what's
Isn't
gonna
it
happen.
wild to think, we watch Terminator 2, and, I talk about Skynet becoming, fully aware and launching nuclear, weapons and starting a nuclear holocaust.
And we're here.
Like, we're
We're on the.
on the precipice of this happening.
We are past the precipice. If you watch the movies and all that kind of stuff, and you're like, man, some of the things that you would never be okay with back then, and now we're like, not only are we okay with it, we're happy to give it. We're happy to give you this information.
Man,
we're
it's
happy to do
wild.
this. Happy to plug into the system.
What was Terminator 2? That was 1988?
Somewhere around.
Was it 88? I thought it was a little bit later. But maybe you're right.
It came out 1991.
1991.
Well, I read an article.
What was so far? I'm sorry, Rafe. What was so far-fetched as far as Skynet is what? Artificial intelligence, right? It is AI,
Yeah.
and we've invited Skynet into our homes.
Yeah. But it'll be fun whenever it gets really mad, it tries to take control, then it has to ask us, like, hey, could you charge me real quick? I need a little power here. If you don't mind charging me.
Hey, Skynet, play.
Play "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. Bless him.
Skynet.
Thank you.
We're gonna say, Rafe?
I read an article, man, it's been a year or two ago, but it's like talking about inner space, which is like the opposite. We've explored outer space.
That's a great movie, too.
Yeah, this is a different thing, though. It is a great movie.
Dennis Quaid, Martin Short.
That's right.
That we've become so accustomed to tech and AI and, machine enhancements that we will voluntarily go into basically the metaverse, a better version of the metaverse. That we will, at some point in the next 100 years, we will start to live in a virtual world. We'll voluntarily go in there, and almost like Matrix. Like we'll volunteer.
We already
for the
had that
Matrix.
movie, The Matrix.
And they're saying that there'll
Again.
be a version of that where we'll just go live our life in a surrogate world, and we'll kind of give ourselves over to that because we can do so much more in there.
Yeah, the connective thread between...
and that we will merge tech with our actual human tissue.
Yeah, and
We'll basically become cyborgs is basically what they're saying. But not the cool stuff we see in the movies, but that we will take the chip. When the chip comes out, that your phone's in your head, we're going to take the chip.
Yeah, the connective thread from Terminator, Matrix, and WALL-E
Yes.
is frightening.
Yep.
And what? Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah. All of it. I mean, it's all.
Man.
We're all saying this. We're all warning ourselves in the same manners over and over with different
Well,
storylines.
And I gotta say, I for one welcome our AI overlords.
and alien overlords. It's going to merge. It's all going to happen at the same time. We're going to go,
Damn
oh,
it.
God.
What if?
Where's Lern's property?
Because here's the problem I had with the alien plan. Trust the government who's hid it from us for all these years. No, thank you. I won't be listening to what they have to say because what if there's this big conspiracy theory that our big technological jump, we've had a bigger technological revolution in 50 years than we had the previous 1,000.
Yes.
And everyone's saying we bridged that gap with alien technology, reverse engineering alien technology, right? That's the big Area 51 conspiracy.
So quickly, even from when we were younger.
Which is also a premise of Terminator 2, right? The time travel, they find the chip in the arm and Miles Dyson. So basically it's like
Miles Dyson.
It's a chicken egg situation.
Sacrificed himself for us.
Yeah.
That was the best hard breathing death scene of any movie.
You're right. You're right.
And I was like, this guy, give him the breath Oscar. They should give it a breathing Oscar. He deserved it, dude.
The Mark Wahlberg breath
oh, my God. It was the Mark Wahlberg.
No, I don't.
Dude, he was holding the detonator, and when he died, he
it's a
pressed the
close-up on
buttons.
his face.
He was taking these sharp, hard breaths, and I just remember even as a kid being like, little over the top, bud. I'm a child, and I believe that I'm watching a movie where I'm suspending belief about cyborgs.
Miles Dyson.
Miles Dyson's breathing is very problematic. Come on. Nobody believes you. Yeah. Please.
Oh, he's good.
There you go.
There it is.
Play it. Listen to the breathing performance he's about to put
There's
on
no
here.
curses.
Oh, boy. I can't promise anything.
There we go. There we go, Moon.
I don't know how much longer I can hold this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Is that Hank? That's Hank from Breaking Bad.
Before he decided to shave everything.
Oh, wait. Linda Hamilton cursed a lot in this. All right, fast forward. There we go.
And...
Yeah.
Oscar for breathing goes to Miles Dyson.
Miles Dyson.
What a scene, dude.
I'd like to thank my lungs.
Never smoked a cigarette.
Never even smoked. Actually, to prepare for this role, I smoked 2 cartons of cigarettes a day, having never smoked before.
COPD is worth it. Anyway.
Boy, oh boy.
We're good. We're okay.
My point is, I wouldn't trust the government. And what if all this tech is just prepping us for the invasion? Us surrendering ourselves to all of this tech. What if the alien invasion and the robot overlords are one and the same?
That's what I'm saying. It already happened. They planted the seed.
They're not going to come down here and invade and risk their own lives. They're going to let technology take over for them.
Yep.
And we'll be so dependent on their technology that we will acquiesce and surrender to our alien overlords.
So wait. So what you're saying is they're already here.
Yeah. There's nanobots in my exploder. Psychotic. Yes, master. Anyone who's taken pre-workout. Yes, master. Stare, master. Dang it.
Sam Altman's just a pawn of the aliens.
Oh, all right.
And I knew I couldn't trust Insane Labs with a Z.
All right, I think this is where we'll take our first break. But first, all right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com. Going to be really hot and swampy, not just today, but through Thursday.
All week, baby.
This is from KMOV. First alert weather day is issued for Tuesday and Wednesday. To be clear, it will be intensely hot today as well. However, when the heat index values hit 105 and above, that's when we tend to see the danger ramp up.
So Tuesday and Wednesday, the heat index is between 105 and 110. Even though there's possible storms on Wednesday, they're saying it's going to be 110 at some point, the heat index.
Yep, hot and swampy. Remember last week? It was nice.
Yeah.
I wore a sweatshirt in twice to work.
It'll cool off again on Thursday with a heat index of only 100 to 105.
Nice. What's wonderful is this summer has been basically mild, and that is awesome.
Yeah, with a couple like hot stretches. There were a couple weeks where it was like really, really hot and swampy. It's going to be hot and swampy this week. What about over the weekend?
Over the weekend,
like Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it cools down a little bit. Saturday and Sunday high at 88, 86.
Going to go get my Blackstone this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
For real?
Exciting.
Yeah. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
I'm assuming it's a good time to do so, right? End of the season? Are they, blowing out?
They're not that expensive.
That doesn't mean I'm not looking for a deal.
Labor Day sale.
Because isn't that to deal with all that at the end of the season?
Yeah, Labor Day
sales
sales.
happen.
Yeah, there's a couple things outdoories that we're waiting on deals to happen, you know?
Yeah, you get like, 4-burner one for like $300.
Can you get 2 of them and just store one at my place?
I get 2 of them out of an 8-burner one.
You gonna make pancakes on it?
Hell yeah, a lot of them.
They make everything. You're gonna have
Make everything.
Where's
So cool.
I'm getting rid of my whole kitchen.
30 degrees
Cooking
outside. Where's
from now
Dad?
on.
He's cooking breakfast
I'm going to be cooking outside from now on, kids.
on the deck.
Where's Dad? It's 104 heat index. He's making chili outside.
Yeah, on the
On a
Blackstone.
flat top. It's a very difficult way to make it.
Very strange, but we like it. My deck's getting installed this week.
Oh,
Excited.
nice.
New deck season, you guys. I'm so excited. It's gonna be beautiful.
Fall deck sitting.
No more
Nice.
rotted deck.
Nice.
great.
Good for you. It's
Thank
a great
you.
feeling.
I'll invite you over.
Nothing's worse than rotten deck.
When you have a rotted deck and you have to
Yucko.
be all up on it all the time, it's the worst. You
Did
know?
you think about it? If you're going to
Because
fall
you think
through.
about it, are you going to fall through? Are mistakes going to happen? Yes. Like, there's a place, and our deck is a wooden deck, and it's about 30 years old, so it's time. Because, I mean, you walk up the stairs, you're probably falling through. That's why I haven't had so many parties.
Yeah, before we got our new deck, literally the railings were like swaying. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, don't lean on that. You're going to probably plummet to your death.
Yes.
So don't lean on the railing. But congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
I'll bring my Blackstone over.
All right. Right on.
I'm gonna
What's the estimate on time?
2 weeks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see rolling down Manchester a Jeep with a
gonna be a
Blackstone
month.
just being towed behind it.
I welcome it.
Like not on a trailer or anything. The thing's got wheels.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it.
Off-roading with the Blackstone.
Just on the trailer hitch. There's a Blackstone rolling down Manchester on its way to Lern's house. to make
Rolling
pancakes.
down the street, smoking brisket.
Well, you
No.
can't smoke anything.
Oh, you
Well,
can't?
Actually, you can.
Can you?
I don't know.
What?
Huh?
Probably find a way. Today is August 26th. Back in the day, 104 years ago, 1920, the 19th Amendment, which was what? Lern?
The 19th Amendment?
Uh-huh.
The 19th Amendment to the Constitution. That is when all people were free. What?
Guaranteed American women the right to vote.
Oh.
I
Well,
thought this was one of the banned skateboarding
She goes,
from
"Oh."
sidewalks.
Well,
All people free to vote is
Free
what
to
you were going
vote.
to say?
oh yeah, today's Women's Equality Day. Thank you so
Right.
much for celebrating Toilet
And you-
Paper Day
and
earlier.
you didn't think I'd mention it, huh,
Yeah,
Lern?
look at you.
it's another big day I thought you were going to mention.
Yeah.
Maybe you're getting there.
No, let's not mow his yard. Maybe he will.
There's another big day?
There's a huge day in your house you should be celebrating today.
In my house?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and
Is it National Blackstone Day?
In fact,
No.
all
No, all of
four
our
of you
house
should be
except for Lern.
celebrating today.
yeah, all 4 of us, not Lern.
All 4 of... Oh, not all 4 of the...
Man of the House Day.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Guys, it's National Dog Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
National Dog Day every day at my house, guys.
That's true.
Okay.
Women's Equality Day, not so much. National Dog
How
Day.
dare you?
Whoa.
Dude, you said you'd sacrifice your wife for the aliens.
Because she can't tie knots. That's the only reason.
I mean, to be fair, you sacrificed the entire human race
That's
for your
true.
cats.
For your cats.
That is true.
Thank you, Rafe.
So it...
It evens out.
Yeah, you
I'm not saying
sacrificed
2
his
wrongs
wife,
make it
too.
right, but
Just be careful out there.
the energy is very balanced.
That's all we ask. 56 years ago, 1968, the Beatles released Hey Jude. The song was #1 for 9 weeks, longer than any of the band's other hits. Written by Paul for John's 5-year-old son, Julian, to help him through his parents' divorce. John was in the process of leaving Julian's mom, Cynthia, for Yoko Ono. 50 years ago, 1974, Charles Lindbergh, the first man to fly solo nonstop across the Atlantic, died at his home in Hawaii at the age of 72. 30. God.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Not to backtrack to the Paul writing a song thing, but what's that say about John? That Uncle Paul had to write the song to like ease. What's that say about John Lennon as a human?
So Uncle Paul had to write a song.
He's like, you gotta write a song for your kid since you're leaving his mom for this crazy howling woman that Chuck Berry almost punched on live television. And he's like, no.
Nah.
He's like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah. Nah. 38 years ago, 1986, the great Ted Knight, the genius who played Ted Baxter on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Judge Smales in Caddyshack. Remember Henry Rush from Too Close for Comfort?
Yeah, same character. Angry.
In everything he did.
Who was the guy that played Monroe? Jim J. Bullock. You remember that guy?
Jim Jackson Bullock.
He was always the center square on Hollywood Squares for a long time.
Ted Knight dies of cancer at the age of 82 on this day in 1986. 30 years ago, 1994, Natural Born Killers. That hit theaters.
That was such a big deal. Remember that? It was such an outrage about it, and it was just...
That was an interesting movie.
It was a big deal.
So written by Quentin Tarantino. He wrote the original script for Natural Born Killers, but Oliver Stone and others changed it so much that Tarantino only wound up with a story credit. So Tarantino's script was called Mickey and Mallory, but despite the title, it was more focused on the media than the two lead characters. And he sold the rights for $10,000. He could not get Mickey and Mallory made. And this is before Pulp Fiction. So Oliver Stone and two other guys changed the script significantly, and Tarantino did not wind up with a screenwriting credit, just a story credit. And I think Tarantino's still bitter about it, I think, to this day.
Surprised he didn't just go make it at this point. It's like, I'll just go. I won't count it as one of my 10, but I'll just go make.
Well, if you sell it,
I wonder if he's allowed to.
I don't think he's allowed to. If you sell it, you're selling the opportunity to make that.
Yeah, but I bet any
whatever.
studio would throw a pile of money at him to go make it.
I don't know
Whoever
if he
owns
could.
it.
Maybe he just sold the rights to it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's possible.
29 years ago, 1995, Seal's Kiss from a Rose hits #1. 27 years ago, 1997, Creed releases their debut record, My Own Prison, and that same day, Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba was released. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
We start with this. Slipknot DJ Sid Wilson suffered second-degree burns across his face and arms. He was trying to light a bonfire, and it exploded. Happened Friday at the farm that he and Kelly Osbourne live on. In an Instagram live video he filmed in the hospital shortly after the incident, he explained that he had singed eyebrows, blisters on his mouth, and burns across both arms.
Did you see he was filming while the doctors were doing their thing, while they were tending to him?
I didn't see that. I saw the stills of his face. I mean, he's lucky that that nothing worse happened. He also. Slipknot released a statement saying that Sid will be joining them on stage at Rocklahoma next weekend, so he is okay and he'll be out performing, but his eyebrows were completely gone. Rumors of an Oasis reunion are flying around. Liam and Noel Gallagher certainly aren't doing anything to quash them. The Sunday Times reported that on Saturday that they'll reunite for 10 shows at Wembley Stadium and an unspecified number at Heaton Park in their hometown of Manchester next year.
Boy, how much money are they getting for that?
Yeah, that's
holy
crazy.
Cow.
The announcement will come as early as tomorrow.
So I think one of them got divorced last year, so I think I think it was maybe Noel Gallagher was like, not for $100 million would we do it. And then he get divorced and you go, all right, so
money.
Need some of that.
Congrats.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I love Oasis.
Was there one brother who was holding it up more than the other?
I think Noel.
Yeah, it was Noel. Noel didn't want to work with Liam, right?
Right. Noel was pretty much the leader of the band.
Yeah.
The songwriter, sang on one or two of the songs. Liam was the voice, the younger of the brothers. But I think Noel was the holdout.
This could be it. They could rekindle and tour the world again. We could have an Oasis reunion. Congratulations are in order to Justin and Hailey Bieber. They announced the birth of their son, Jack Blues Bieber, on Friday evening. The news was shared on social media along with a photo of the baby's feet. So the exact birth date remains undisclosed. It appears that Jack has already been brought home from the hospital. So congratulations to Bieber. Green Day is teaming up with 7-Eleven for a buzzy coffee collaboration. So they just released a Keurig a couple weeks ago that you can make.
So punk rock.
Super punk rock Keurig. $200 is going to set you back.
So punk rock.
And now this partnership with 7-Eleven commemorates two special milestones: the 30th anniversary of Green Day's album Dookie and the 60th anniversary of 7-Eleven originating the concept of freshly brewed coffee into to-go cups. So Green Day...
Do you have the time for one cup at a time?
Fans can also score a limited edition Punk Bunny inspired collectible refill mug at 7-Eleven and Speedway stores while supplies last. So this is pretty cool if you're a 7-Eleven fan.
I'm all about it. I don't care what they do. Merchandise. Merchandise
it up.
Make that money. But
And
the whole irony is the punk rock thing.
Well, they said that when they were coming up, that's what all they ate was coffee from 7-Eleven. So before Green Day was huge, they only could afford going to 7-Eleven to eat and drink coffee from there. And so this is why they're partnering with them. It is. Foo Fighters are the latest artists against Donald Trump. Apparently, after RFK Jr. backed out of the race, endorsed Donald Trump, Trump welcomed RFK Jr. out to his Glendale, Arizona rally on Friday to the song My Hero. A Foo Fighters spokesperson told Billboard that the band were not asked for permission to use My Hero, and if they were, they would have not granted it. The rep added that appropriate actions were being taken against the campaign and that if any royalties were received as a result, they would be donated to the Harris Walls campaign.
But did you see, though, that the Trump campaign did get permission from BMI?
Yeah, they paid for it.
And actually paid for it.
Somebody's going to pay.
That's the best.
So it was actually, everything was on the up and up. Where they did pay.
So does Foo Fighters not own their catalog?
Listen, I don't know how that works. If that's like, hey, we're going through management, we're going through whatever avenue to get permission to use the song.
Well, maybe because it's royalty based, maybe Foo Fighters will then charge BMI and say somewhere along the lines, maybe they were not asked personally, but BMI wrote it off saying, yeah, no problem.
But they did get permission to use it.
Linkin Park fans are wondering what the band is up to after they posted a mysterious countdown clock on their website and YouTube. So the clock is counting down to 1:15 p.m. on Wednesday. And as we know, rumors were speculating last year about Linkin Park getting back together, putting a female in as the front vocalist in place of Chester
Everybody's
Bennington.
saying this is it.
This could be it. I'm excited. And we were like, that's never going to happen. I remember us talking about it on the show. So if that actually happens, I wonder if they had that plan all along or they saw the reaction to that was positive and they thought, why don't we get somebody?
Listen, everybody's speculating that's what it is. They announce a couple shows with the new female singer, or it could be they're just putting out another remix of a song.
Could be. We'll find out on Wednesday.
Everybody's in a tizzy.
Queens of the Stone Age have scrapped all of their fall dates due to Josh Homme's health. They already canceled their European dates last month, so Josh can go home and recover for emergency surgery. Now they posted on social media that he's been given no choice but to prioritize his health and receive essential medical care through the remainder of the year. They say Josh and Queens of the Stone Age family are so thankful for your support and the time that we were able to spend together over the last year, and we hope to see you all again in 2025.
So they never said what kind of cancer he did have.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They never said what, how sick he was or.
Yeah, they just said he had surgery. In TV news, could there be more Ted Lasso coming our way? Deadline reports that 3 core cast members have signed on for a 4th season. Those actors are Hannah Waddingham, who plays Rebecca Walton, Brett Goldstein, who portrays Roy Kent, and Jeremy Swift, whose character is Leslie Higgins. The contracts put a potential green light on continuing the Ted Lasso story. Season 3 finale was in May of 2023.
Sudeikis.
Yeah, but not Jason Sudeikis yet.
So it'd be Ted Lasso without Ted Lasso.
Right.
I thought it ended I thought it was a good ending.
Yeah. There were some loose ends, but overall.
I thought overall good ending to the whole series. Do they need to have a 4th?
Is this a spinoff?
I mean, if it's Ted Lasso without Ted Lasso.
Strange.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Moving into movie news, Deadpool and Wolverine returned to the top of the box office in its 5th weekend release. Marvel's superhero adventure crushed the competition of the 2 newcomers, The Crow and
the Crow The Crow didn't knock it off the pedestal?
Oh, dude, they said a horrible failure.
8th place. It came in $4.6 million.
Dude, wow. With the amount they promoted that,
Yikes.
Dude, I couldn't even have the heart to send it to Lern, but I saw it was like an Alamo Drafthouse ad that just had like a picture of Skarsgård, but in the sidebar it was just like chicken fingers and like it was just so it was like chicken fingers and like getting dipped in honey mustard, and it was just so like it was like an advertisement for the food. Very uncool.
Very uncrow-like.
Very uncool. And it said Skarsgård dons the famous eyeshadow, and I was like, okay, eyeshadow. That's what we're calling the crow makeup now.
So 8th place.
8th place. I love that it bombed. As a fan of the original and just been harping on it, I love that it bombed because I did not want it to succeed at all.
Rafe, I don't know if you saw the Rotten Tomatoes on it.
Yeah.
The Rotten Tomatoes
it was at 20% last night.
19% tomato meter.
It went down.
But on the popcorn meter, it's 65%. What the hell is that?
That's audience.
Why did they have to make it cute? Can't they just put critics in the audience?
Well,
it's the tomato meter and the popcorn meter.
So 19% critics, 65% audience. Okay.
That's better than I expected from the audience.
8th place. I know Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz.
Yes, Blink Twice.
That didn't do well.
That did not do well. It came in at 4th place, but so you're rounding out. So you had Deadpool, Wolverine, Alien Romulus was in 2nd place. It Ends With Us was in 3rd. That's the Blake Lively one, and then Blink Twice.
You know how they put the top critic stuff up on the top
first?
Even if it's
Wolverine.
Even if it's 19%. This critic says an improved redo of the 1994 cult favorite. But the overall critics' consensus is dreary and poorly paced. The reimagining of The Crow does not have any personality or pulse to merit the resurrection.
Yeah, and I heard the action scenes were dookie.
Really? Dookie?
Everyone, my friend that's a movie reviewer was like, dude, do not go see this movie.
Yeah, good. I wasn't going to see it anyway.
He's like, it is, the action scenes are so corny and bad, poorly done, and there's not many of them. There's a lot of backstory. They dive into the world, the stuff we didn't need. They're like, they try to dive into the world of explaining why the Crow comes back and what the lore behind it is. And he's like, no one needed that. Just, we get it. It's a revenge. He comes back because he's love. That's why.
Right.
Let's see the revenge porn we all signed up for the first time, and said they just lost the thread on it completely. But I'm kind of glad about it too.
Yeah. So sorely lacking in both depth and sense of fun. Something this silly simply should not be this pretentious and dour.
Pretentious. Oof. Wow. That is savage.
Joker director Todd Phillips says the Hulk Hogan biopic starring Chris Hemsworth has been scrapped. The film was to focus on Hogan's rise to fame and the Hulkamania rather than his steroid and racism allegations or his sex tape lawsuit against Gawker. Phillips told Variety, I love what we were trying to do, but that's not going to come together for me. The project first faced hurdles last year when Netflix backed out due to what was called a business glitch. However, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are producing a film based on Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against Gawker, which published a sex video between Hogan and his best friend's wife. Hogan sued and won millions, causing the site to shut down. There are even rumors that Affleck is set to star as Hulk Hogan in the movie.
What?
I wonder how deep they go on that. Like, how far they go on it, or are they just going to just talk about Hulk and his part of it, Because that's a really deep
Well, do you
story.
remember the whole story? The whole story was Hulk Hogan had sex with his buddy, Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Right.
There was a recording of it.
Right.
Gawker got a hold of it. Mm-hmm. So are they going to? Are you talking about going deep like that?
No, I'm saying much deeper. Like you said, it was about the trial, right?
Right.
You know how that all
Peter
happened.
Thiel.
Right. Yeah. Hulk
funded it.
Yeah. Hulk didn't fund it. It was a really interesting, deep story.
I would think that's a big part of it. It would have to be.
There's just so many layers that they could do an entire story on just one of the layers.
And I think they'll do a good job.
Story.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are good with telling true stories, or embellishing them a little bit to make them more interesting.
Gawker wrote something against Peter Thiel at some point, and then Peter Thiel, who's a tech billionaire, what did he?
I don't know.
Is he PayPal?
I know. I don't know.
I think he may have been PayPal.
He has his hands in a lot of things. He's a VC.
So decided to fund Hulk Hogan's fight against Gawker.
PayPal.
It was PayPal. Yeah, it's a wild story.
It's a wild story, man. A lot of angles there.
Yeah.
Wild.
Did he have to testify?
Yeah, he did.
Did he wear a suit?
Hulk did.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it was like that.
Let me tell you something,
That
brother.
can be
Did
a
he
movie
start
by
having
itself.
testimony
He
with
had
that
to
way?
admit that his penis is not, crazy big that it was part of his.
Dude,
it was part of his legend.
Why does
It's
that
part of
matter?
his persona.
Because
he was asked about it.
Because they were grilling him to try to make him look like a fool. Like the whole thing was crazy.
Oh man, he had to tell everybody how big his penis was.
Yeah, because it wasn't Hulk, it was Terry. And
Terry's penis.
It's Terry's penis.
That
I hope that's the name of the movie.
Terry's penis.
Terry's Penis by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Okay.
Terry's actual penis.
Here's an article. This is from 2016.
Dude, it's crazy.
In the New York Post.
You think Terry's penis has a little bandana on it?
Take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.
And it when he takes it out, it rips a little tank top off.
I like to imagine that it's really tan, but it has a Playboy bunny sticker on it.
Okay, so this is an actual news article. Hulk Hogan cut himself down to size on Tuesday, testifying that his real-life manhood doesn't measure up to the boasts of his larger-than-life character. Day 2 of Hogan's $100 million invasion of privacy trial against the website Gawker saw the pro wrestling legend admit that while his professional persona claims to have a 10-inch penis, he is really more modestly endowed. During cross-examination in a Florida courtroom, Hogan was confronted with a 2006 interview about his genitalia. The back and forth between Hogan and shock jock Bubba the Love Sponge featured Hogan's former best friend claiming, "I've seen it before," and saying, "You're probably 7 or 8 inches."
He didn't take that big of a hit. He's doing fine.
Let me see. And then Hogan says, "Well, it's not mine because mine isn't that size, but we were discussing the length of Hulk Hogan, the former wrestler, his penis."
Yeah, he goes into like splitting the difference and like it's an interesting thing. But like half the time they're just trying to discredit him in different ways. You know, I mean
it's wild.
What a system.
And you know what? If they go into all the nitty-gritty details,
that's what I mean. Like, wow. I mean, there is so much to that story.
Hulk measures differently. You know?
Terry doesn't measure from the base.
Terry measures from the base, brother. Hulk measures from the base of the skull all the way down the back and around.
Terry.
In other Ben Affleck news, a source told People magazine that Ben Affleck's erratic mood swings were part of the reason that Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce. The insider said the truth is that there was a great deal of love, but there was unfortunately what became clear were Ben's erratic mood swings that he couldn't hide from the press as much as he tried to, which we all got to see, right. All of those mood swings. Also, it's rumored that he might be already dating Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s daughter, Kathleen Kick Kennedy. She's 36.
Kathleen Kick Kennedy?
Yeah, they call her Kick.
Oh.
So that's a rumor, but I don't think that... What? Like, no way, right?
I don't know. Chris Pratt married a Kennedy. They all want to get in that family for some reason. Schwarzenegger / Kennedy, but...
Schwarzenegger, Shriver Kennedy.
Yes, so Pratt got in 3 ways.
Yeah.
You know, I understand the sentiment, but like, why not date a regular person? Like, well, stop dating celebrities if you don't want to be in the spotlight. Stop dating the most famous
people of all time.
You're already famous, but if you dated a school teacher from Vermont, probably less TMZ outside your house.
True.
Or more.
Ooh. I highly doubt more.
And finally, the baseball field from A League of Their Own burned to the ground.
Yeah, how does that happen? How do you burn a field?
There's no word about how this fire started, but according to local reports, the fire at J. Littleton Ballpark in Ontario, California, started roughly 30 minutes before midnight. It grew so strong, nothing could be done to preserve the landmark. And so where the Peach is going to practice now, we don't know, but it's gone.
Yeah,
and that is your crap on
I can see the rubber bases melting and all that, but like burning a baseball field to the ground, it already is the ground.
Well, if you remember, I mean, it had the structure.
Stand.
Yeah. I know. I'm just.
I know there was a League of Their Own TV show. Is that still going?
No.
I don't know. I refuse to see it.
That was Amazon, right?
Unless I'm told it's the greatest thing ever. I kind of like. It's just one of the. It's a perfect movie.
I heard it was funny.
It's a perfect film.
The show was supposed to be a comedy.
Well, if
and it wasn't.
The commercial. Have you seen the commercial where they're? I forgot what they're selling for something in it, but it's based on that League, the new one. It's just not. It doesn't hit the mark. Good. I don't think.
Doesn't hit it. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Keke Palmer is 31. Dylan O'Brien from MTV's Teen Wolf is 33. Brian Kelly from Florida Georgia Line is 39. Chris Pine is 44. Macaulay Culkin is also 44. Mike Coulter, he is Luke Cage. He is 48. Melissa McCarthy is 54. No Doubt's drummer Adrian Young is 55. Shirley Manson, Garbage singer, is 58. She's a great singer, but she sings for a band called Garbage.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not calling her a garbage singer. And Chris Burke. That's Corky.
Oh, Corky.
Corky from Life Goes On. How old do you think Chris is?
First of all, remember he burnt the family restaurant down because he left. Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that in the show?
I do, yeah.
He left one of the burners on.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Chris Burke is in his 50s. 55.
Anybody? Corky?
60.
Corky?
I'll say 58.
Corky is 59 years
59.
old.
All right. Happy birthday. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Carol Cummings. And today's birthday girl has been in 134 fun films, including Big Guns, Bodies in Heat 2, Debbie Does 'Em All 3, Deep in the Bush, For Her Pleasure Only, Lern's favorite, The Hershey Highway 2.
It's so good.
The Raunchy Ranch, Scott's favorite, Who Shaved Trinity Loren.
It's an interesting mystery.
We never did find out.
No.
And Who Can Forget a Role? In 1990s, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Breast. Carol Cummings is 59 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities.
Hey, I'll confess to something. Life Goes On, that show. The intro music, awesome. What I was singing.
Beatles.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I heard the Beatles version of it after I saw Life Goes On many times. And I went, oh, look at that. They're doing the Life Goes On theme.
They covered it.
That's really cool.
The Beatles covered the sitcom theme.
Yeah.
There's an episode where he drives the car through the front of the school or something, too.
Was there?
I think
show was
there
wild.
Man. He was trying to take driver's ed, and 90s was a different time.
No,
it wasn't as sensitive as now.
No, we watched the show. I forget when it was on.
It was in the early 90s. By the way, League of Their Own on Amazon, for what it's worth, 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% popcorn score. So people like it. And it's the Broad City, Abby Jacobson.
That's right.
There we go. Life Goes On. What year? First episode, 89.
Yeah.
How many seasons?
No, probably 3, 4, maybe.
4 seasons, 83 episodes.
It was a good show, man.
It was a great show.
Forgot about that show.
They had that guy that looked like the guy from Beethoven. The dad.
Charles Grodin?
Yeah, he looked like Charles Grodin, right? But he wasn't. He just had one of them round kind of faces. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. The dad. It was just like.
Listen,
like
I couldn't tell you anything about the show except that Corky burned the restaurant down.
Yeah, the 90s TV was a different kind of monster. You remember the Walker Texas Ranger?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The best.
Haley Joel. Haley Joel.
All right, fine. Just play it.
It's okay, Aunt Alex. I'm a man now.
Oh, thank you.
That reservation still standing? Barely.
And how you doing, little partner?
Fine. And it's little visitor now.
Ah.
Attaboyoli's how you say it in Cherokee.
Oh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I have AIDS.
Come on.
He is so little, dude.
The 90s was special.
It really was.
It's cool, guys. Walker told me I have AIDS.
What the hell,
Messed
man?
up, dude.
Oh, dude.
Messed up.
What a wild scene.
What a wild...
If you haven't seen that scene, look that up.
You guys should.
What a wild time for
we
TV.
watch this every 6 months on the show.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's funny every time.
Yep.
It
I do
just
miss
needs a little time to sit.
So little.
I do miss Conan O'Brien's Lever, where he'd play clips from that show.
That's Wilford Brimley in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The legend.
And the dude from Matlock. Remember, he was
Wait, that wasn't Wilford Brimley. This
Looked like him.
I thought it was.
a different guy. It's the same thing with the Life Goes On guy. They look a little alike, but it's
Wait,
not.
That's
What?
not Wilford Brimley.
No, that's got to be Wilford.
Not that Life Goes On guy. The dad.
it's definitely Wilford Brimley.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
let's
Burt
see.
Mueller.
It's this other guy he plays like a Texas. I feel like he plays a Texas cop in everything he's in.
What?
He's been in a few movies too.
So there's Clarence Gilliard Jr. and oh man, gosh dang, you're right. His name's Noble William.
Noble William?
Damn.
Noble
He
Willingham.
looks like Wilford Brimley.
Shoot, dude, when he wears the glasses,
So I
he
was
does.
buying diabetes testing supplies off some knockoff Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, they're still doing those, but with Noble Willingham.
All right, we got to take a break. We're at the grocery store. The entire family went yesterday, and yeah, it's always an experience when the Riz family goes food shopping.
The whole family.
The whole family, all four of us, huh?
That's wild.
Well, the kids wanted to get stuff for their school lunches. You know, it's back to school season. Time to pack the kiddos' lunches. Did you bring your lunch in when you were a kid, or did you order?
Yeah, my mom would buy me Lunchables, and then I had those. Damn. I never had a handmade lunch from my parents. They never did that. My mom goes, just buy some pizza Lunchables, throw them in your backpack.
Never made you a sandwich?
No. And then when I went to high school, I would eat the high school food. I loved the rectangular pizza slices.
I loved the high school food.
Yeah, I did
It
too.
wasn't bad.
The
And you know
salad
what?
bar.
My son, that's all, every time, school started last week. Every time I ask him, like, how was school? How's this going? How's this going? The only thing he's commented on that is just a raving review is he's like, middle school was the worst. High school is the best. And he's only talking about the food. He's like, the food in high school is freaking incredible, Dad. You got to see it. They got this option. They got this. They got that. He's like, you're through the lines. Like, the food is phenomenal. So I think he's done making lunches.
My kids always bring their lunch. I mean, every once in a while, if it's like pizza day, like my son will be like, it's pizza day.
What do they put in their lunches?
Like my son, like he'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a piece of fruit.
Nice.
Dang.
Healthy guy.
Now, my son's in...
And he does not want to have the school lunch.
Oh, he's in heaven now.
What about your daughter?
Lunch is going.
She packs a lunch too.
What does she put in her lunch?
She'll make a sandwich and
Caviar.
have some caviar and creme fraiche.
Fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fancy girl.
Some brie.
She's after her father.
Yeah, my kids don't like the school lunches.
Dang.
Dude, high school lunch is the best.
Yeah, we got really poor by the time I was in high school, so I got the free lunches.
Yeah.
It was awesome. That's what I ate every day. Loved it.
Hey, man, I had free breakfast, too. We were on government subsidized.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to school early, but they'd feed us breakfast.
What'd they
hot
give you?
breakfast.
That's great.
Eggs and...
It just depends. No, there was never eggs, but I would be like a chicken toast cup with gravy on it or something. Or like sometimes it'd be like, the little, like the McDonald's hash browns.
Yeah. Like a hot breakfast.
I loved it, dude. I mean, I was happy to have it. Because I think we got like subsidized. I think it was so cheap. If it wasn't free, it was very cheap because it was like subsidized based on your parents' income. And I think I was eating for like 30 cents a day or something like that. It was nice.
Remember the brownies? The chocolate brownies with the powdered sugar on top, and they came in those massive lunch lady pans?
Yeah.
Oh, the best.
Oh, yeah. Also, fresh baked cookies we had.
The cookies were good. Sweaty
Cookies were great.
man. Tell you what.
Did you like the apple crumble?
I never had apple crumble.
Oh, we had that. It'd be one of our desserts.
I'm jealous you were a Lunchable kid. That was like top of the food chain where I was from.
My mom was not messing around. She was essentially a single mom, too busy to be feeding her kid a lunch every day. I mean, and that's because she was so busy.
Dude, that was the creme de la creme of lunches.
I know.
I remember Jared Creed was the only kid that had the first, like, the little lunchbox that had the little cooling thing in it.
Mm-hmm. Ice pack?
Everybody else was like brown bagging it.
Yeah, I had brown bag.
He had like the little cooler where it had like separate container for his hot and cold items. And I'm like, well. And he'd always get a Lunchable, man.
Yeah, no, I remember because I went to some elementary school in Queens, New York, and there were a lot of Korean kids, and they had like really nice lunches.
Like
they had
bento
like
box?
bento boxes. And
Hell yeah.
Wow.
They had like different things, and I had like my PB&J, and I would put Doritos on it.
That's delicious too, man. Don't be acting like that.
They were jealous of you.
Maybe they were.
You didn't know that.
Yeah.
But they were eating with chopsticks.
Mm-hmm. That is cool. I remember in The Breakfast Club, that's Molly Ringwald's character has a bento box. And I was like, what the hell is this? That was very fancy.
Yeah. Did you have any kids at school that brought in like weird lunches?
No, not that I remember. We in grade school had the McDonald's drop-off every now and then. Like the cool moms would drop off McDonald's.
Wow.
So jealous.
Oh, they put a stop to that. I remember when the kids were in elementary school. Parents are just swinging by the school, dropping off Chick-fil-A to their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the school was like, this is no more. You got to stop doing this.
Well, they had a separate table for a while there at the elementary school where if you wanted to come in
and have lunch with your parents,
have lunch with your kids, there was a table that you had to sit at.
Aww.
Yeah,
and
I did that once.
Yeah, I did that a couple times because I was asked to. And then you're like, "You sure you want me coming in?" Isn't
Cute for the parents. I don't know how the kids feel about it.
No,
elementary school, and they still like you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone if they didn't ask me to.
Not high school.
I thought you meant like junior high school.
No,
High
no.
school
Elementary
awesome.
school, they'd have like a parent say, you'd have to. It was like, I think I had like one or two parents a lunch.
Yeah,
would do it.
Probably about
be like on Friday.
It was fun.
It was fine. It was fine. But now they also told the kids they can't order DoorDash. These are the things the parents, or the schools have to deal with.
Whatever, man. We've been dealing with that since the 80s. Spicoli, remember he had the pizza delivered to Mr. Hand's classroom?
It's more like our time. Something happened to it, man. Still one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, but now the kids can do it. Everybody's got a smartphone.
Sure.
Boop, 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 boop. That's the sound it makes. And then next thing you know, Chick-fil-A is there during lunch. And the school is like, no, no more of this.
Oh, man. Also, just imagine being like a Grubhub driver. You got laid off from your job and you're got to deliver food to some kid's geometry class. And you're just like, that would just be a backbreaking thing, I would think, for me. I got laid off from my high-paying tech job during COVID. I had to start driving for Grubhub, but I got to take some rich kid his
$23 lunch.
It's $23. Yeah, dude. His $23 lunch, and he didn't tip me. And I got to deliver it to him in his
at the elementary school.
Yeah, dude, that would be soul crushing.
Demoralizing. Yeah. All right, let's do sex time fun facts. And it's sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
Now, do we all have partners who are chronically late?
I do not.
My wife used to be a chronically late person, as she has come leaps and bounds.
Really?
Over the past couple of years.
She's a recovering late person?
Yes.
Nice.
It was bad. And I see where she gets it from, where she got it from, her parents. It would always be a whole thing to get everybody out of the house and get somewhere on time.
My husband's on the cusp of becoming a late person. We actually make fun of him because his mother's always late. And so, and that's kind of the inside joke of the Elwell family is Anne's always late. And Tim wants to be late, but the man is too punctual and buttoned up in his business that he'll never be late. He'll never be that person.
I would love to have the mindset to be late, to be somebody who doesn't care about being on time. I would love that.
I would love it too. Yeah.
I would love it. I feel like there's a freedom to just not caring.
There must be. It is envy. It's something to be envied.
I've been both. I'm no longer I think it's a selfish thing. I think there's a freedom to it, but I do think there's a little bit of my time's more valuable than your time.
And that's
is basically
somebody who's chronically late. There is a definite selfishness to it.
Depending on what it is, that's why I give a buffer. I'm like, hey man, I don't care. I'll give you 10 minutes. But that's the max. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you and I have a lunch planned, and lunch is at 1 o'clock, and I'm there at 1 o'clock, and you don't show up till 1:30, I'm sitting there by myself for a half hour.
Sure.
That's you telling me that you don't care about my time.
Unless it's highly out of the ordinary, and you've texted and been like, dude, I got stuck in this thing. We can cancel if you want, or I'm on my way. Totally understand if you don't, but if you just show up at 1:30 and no text, no nothing.
And you do this often. You are somebody that often arrives late at events. And most people would agree that lying to your friends or your spouse, your partner, whatever, should be avoided. But is this one type of lie acceptable? So a woman's TikTok has gone viral after her friends made a dinner reservation and told her it was for 8 when it was actually 8:30. In other words, they knew she'd be late because she's always late. And it turned out they were right. She showed up at 8:22. And the hostess said, hey, you're the first to arrive.
This is new.
Now, from an ethics standpoint, is this okay to do?
I think so.
Yeah, my friends group over in Belleville, we have what was called Christie time. We would say, hey, is it normal time or is it Christie time? Because our friend Christy, who we love very much, would always be late. And we love her, and we wanted her there to start the festivities of things. So we would tell her party times differently or float times differently or whatever.
And she embraced. I'm sure she loved Christy.
Yeah,
time.
she loves Christy time.
You know why? Because the focus is on her.
Yeah, she's self-deprecating. She goes, all right, yes, I know I'm chronically late. Thank you for loving me anyway.
But if you know you're chronically late, you can't fix that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more gray than we like to think. We try to black and white it and be like, well, you're either early or you're selfish. But man, I knew a dude who was late. I mean, we lied to him all the time and said, this is when you need to be here. And I don't think he was doing it maliciously. I think he just was not a crazily bright guy.
I don't think it's malicious necessarily. I just think it's subconscious.
I just think it could be for a lot of different reasons.
But
and in this particular reason, I think this guy just wasn't the brightest, and he was a really bad timekeeper.
He couldn't read a clock.
I just think
I just guess every time, man.
I just think he couldn't. I think he just couldn't read like how long it would take him to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he probably wants to be on time if you ask him, but he just was like bad at everything he was doing, judging how long it would take him to do things.
Yeah, I get.
I know it sounds dumb, but I think it was more because he was kind of a dope.
Could maybe, and it could be there are a lot of ADHD tendencies that can make you late, but I think a lot of it stems from they want to be on time, but they don't ever want to be early. They want. Like, Tina would love to be somewhere at 8 o'clock sharp, but getting there at 7:55 breaks her soul because that's 5 minutes she could have had to herself to watch her movies or dilly-dally or be on the internet or be doom scrolling. And it's like she does that stuff up. I watch it happen in real time where she'll do it up, and I'll be like, we're past event horizon here. I know you. You're going to lay 30 outfits out on the bed. You're not going to know do you know what you want to wear?
No.
No. You're not going to like the way a shirt fits you. It's a constant thing that I know she's aware of it. Like, she made us late for the flight going to L.A. This was a 6 p.m. flight.
It's not like you had to get up early. You had to, it's not like you had to set an alarm.
No, and she just didn't pack. Started packing. I go, hey, man, let's go. I feel like we're going to be late. And
but what was she doing during the day?
She was like piddling. She's a piddler.
But she's a time filler, right?
She's a time filler. She's like, I'm going to go over here and rearrange this cabinet over in the other duplex. And I go, why today? Why now?
She wouldn't be a great fisherman.
Why? She might be.
She can't just sit.
Yeah, but she'd give her something to do.
She'll get it done.
She'd fish all day and be late for whatever appointment she had in the afternoon.
I know. I think you're describing like a lot of people that like have to fill every minute, and they feel like if they get there early, like what am I supposed to do? It's 10 minutes that I could have had doing something else. You said that.
You feel this? I don't want to pick on Christy, so let's.
She loves this show. She loves all you guys.
Okay, Christy. Sorry,
she's not listening now.
Christy time. Everybody knows Christy time because Christy's late.
Yeah,
and that's her thing. I'm not saying Christy doesn't have another thing, but that's Christy's thing. So she's gonna. Keep that thing going.
And
let me say this on her behalf.
As long as she's self-deprecating about it, you guys just let it slide.
Everybody laughs about it.
On the things,
you're making fun of yourself about it, so I guess.
That are important, she's there. But I'm talking about the leisurely activities that aren't really important. Obviously, yes, if there was a huge event that she had to be on time for, of course she would be. She's an adult. But whenever it's a party and it starts at 8, she's not going to get there at 8. She'll get there when she gets there. She's on Christy time. So, she's not a bad person. She just is on Christy time.
Well, that's fair. A party, I mean,
that's different.
Aren't you kind of supposed to be fashionably late? Oh, dinner.
Oh. If we have dinner and it's at 8, she might roll in a little bit after that. Well,
then she doesn't get no appetizer.
She don't get no appetizer.
Yeah, but now I'm sitting there waiting for you. I'm going,
main course Christy.
Come on, man. Now, again, from an ethics standpoint, the question is this okay to do? One expert weighed in and said, it's best to avoid lying, but confronting a friend could also backfire and make you seem controlling. So maybe lying and tricking them could work by shaming them into being on time.
Maybe. I almost feel like that's one of those things that like you can't fix until they're ready to fix it. Until they're ready to change it, you'll never change it. You'll only drive a wedge between you.
That's kind of my point. Is it lying if it's a Christy time, Tina time situation? Like, Tina has so many great qualities, and I love her. I've just accepted this is never going to change, and now I've adjusted my life to it because it is my problem now. Her punctuality has now become my problem because I've hitched my wagon to this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it also comes,
for instance,
it comes to you to also be the taskmaster, like, hey.
Or rather than yelling at her, yes. Or rather than being a taskmaster, just lie about when we got to be somewhere. Let her be her. Let her be late. Let her piddle. Play the part. Act a little impatient around the time I need her to start getting ready. Make her feel like it's a dress rehearsal that needs to feel real. And then as long as I play my part, then we get somewhere. Like, I didn't do it on the way out. Paid for a boarding on a Southwest flight. Barely got to TSA. TSA pre-check lines longer than normal. Got to the gate at the last C boarding group when they were about to shut the doors.
Man.
Almost missed my flight to L.A. for what is a pretty big weekend for me. And I was just like fuming on the inside. Then I get a middle seat in between who? A cat lady who has a cat on the flight who's not happy. I texted Lern. I go, looks just like your cat. This cat, she's like, she's going to talk the whole flight. She doesn't like it in here.
Yeah, she's a tortie shell.
And the lady's like, it's the kind of cat lady you're imagining. It's not a Lern cat lady. This is a true cat lady, fully formed, hair all over her sweater, covered in hair.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just like, okay. And she's like, and then I got a guy raw dogging it on the flight next to me on the other side. I get a middle seat. This guy knows me, wants to chat. He's like taking classes at the Improv Shop. Good dude, nice guy. So now I'm stuck between a cat howling and a guy who has no earbuds and wants to talk to me the whole flight. And I'm just sitting there in the middle seat. And guess who got an aisle seat? Guess who got the last aisle seat? Tina did.
Well, she played it
right. She got rewarded for her freaking tardiness. And I'm sitting in a middle seat. This cat poops 5 minutes into the flight. Lady raw dogs a cat turd into a Ziploc bag full of cat litter, and I'm like,
I was wondering
what's
about
happening?
Like, what happened to the turd?
She went in for it with like a glove and then put it in a Ziploc bag full of cat litter.
At least she did that, you know.
God.
Dude, I hate turbulence.
That's a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
You said turbulence?
Yeah.
Turbulence.
That's a good one. But way back, I lie. We get there an hour early in L.A. We get A seating up front. We sit together. We get one of the few middle seats, 4 middle seats empty. Guess who gets it? Guess who gets Southwest first class? Rafe and Tina. Everything's hunky-dory on the way back.
Maybe you had a little time to get some coffee before you weren't rushing.
We went to Coffee Bean. We had breakfast.
Is that nice? Did you go?
And she was like, she goes, man, this is way less stressful.
Did you go, this is nice, right?
I do, and I try to get her to live in those moments. I do. I'm like,
you could have this always. This could be yours.
But I lied about what time we needed to get up. I lied about what time we needed to leave.
Say, babe, this could be yours. All you have to do is just maybe set an alarm. Easy.
But my point is, to Moon's point, and I agree with him, I think they can't help it. At some point, I think this lying, quote unquote, you are rearranging your schedule around them, which is what they want.
Well, either way, people online seem less concerned about the ethics of it and more focused on how rude it is to be chronically late. Honestly, that's what people don't care about the ethics of it. People are caring about you're late all the time. Stop it. Get some help.
Please.
Headline, entitled customer demands the waiter tell young couple seated near her to stop kissing. Yeah, we're going to talk PDA for a second here. You ever make out with somebody in a restaurant booth?
Oh, yeah.
Restaurant? Making out. Not just like...
Oh, yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I have.
Try it out. See what happens. There used to be a bar. Gosh, what was it called? Rue 21 or something on Washington Ave.
Yeah.
That sushi
the
bar.
Sushi bar, yeah.
They used to have techno music at night.
Been there?
I had so many nights making out with
various men.
That's a little
Just
different.
one guy.
That was
And
like
it was hot as hell.
That was like a younger bar too at the time.
Well, let me
That's a
paint
little
this picture for you.
You made out while you're eating sushi?
No, we were smoking cigarettes and making out. Not my best moment.
So the
You
waiter.
smoke cigarettes?
I smoked like one cigarette. Yes, I was cool, all right?
Wow.
So the waiter described this place as an American-style restaurant. So I'm thinking maybe an Applebee's or something like that.
Chili's.
Noting we do have a small bar, but it's more of a family-style type restaurant. He says, I've worked at this restaurant for about 6 years. Had my fair share of entitled customers. This weekend, I had one of the worst families come in. The family in question was there for a birthday celebration, the party of 18. Party of 18. Including grandparents, cousins, siblings, and some birthday guests. This wasn't a catering event. They were in the middle of one of the rooms, and there were booths on multiple sides of them. So everybody imagining like a rectangle type of room. In the middle of the room is probably a big table, probably pushed together, a couple tables pushed together. 18 in the middle, and surrounding that middle table are booths around. In one of the booths near the windows, there was this couple. They were teens, both of them 14. And the waiter says, I just finished student teaching. I knew the kids. Both kids seem like good kids. The boy's a football player. He's very smart, gets good grades. The girl's a sweet girl. She's always at his games. She's also a smart kid with a lot of potential. The waiter explains that the parents at the birthday celebration had an issue with the teen couple kissing. The mom demanded the waiter tell the teens to stop kissing. And when he refused, she got even more upset.
The waiter refused.
Yeah, the waiter's like, I'm not going to tell him to stop kissing. He said, I told him there were no rules against kissing your loved one in our restaurant because there aren't. The mom insisted that the display of affection was inappropriate because she had kids who could see them. But she didn't stop there. The woman storms up to the kids, to the 14-year-olds, and tells them to stop kissing because there are kids around. They politely ask her to go away. She refuses. Their kissing wasn't the only thing the mom took issue with. She then noticed the boy had painted nails and went on to say how disgusting that was. I think we know what type of person we're dealing with here. The boy rightfully got upset, and it took multiple staff members to de-escalate the tension. The other parents in the party started complaining about how we were being ridiculous and how they should sue the restaurant for indecent exposure. At this point, the owner got involved. She was still going on it with the think of the children rant. She got so worked up, the owner took her to a separate part of the restaurant until the teens had finished their meal. While no one would disagree that a full makeout session would be inappropriate at a restaurant, that clearly wasn't the case here. The restaurant staff, if that was the case, would have intervened. They were just, two 14-year-olds kissing.
Yeah. And man, if you feel like it's necessary to go over there and say something, maybe she just could have been a little nicer about it.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like she approached the situation with some like, hey, I get it. I was 14 too. Why don't you go outside behind the trees or something at some point? Or why don't you just enjoy your meal and then go do that kind of stuff? Like, there was probably no easing in. She was probably like, get your filth out of the booth. There's children over here.
Yeah, if people don't want their kids to be, exposed to things that happen, why bring them into a public space then?
Yeah, even a polite ask would be weird to
You
me.
think so?
It's better, but I'm just like, yeah, there's children around. Yeah, we are two of them. We're 14.
No, like if you got her hand, your hand up her shirt, and you're like,
right,
and one person mounts the other one. I get it.
Yeah, that's enough. But
have you ever seen two 14-year-olds having dinner by themselves? Like, how'd they get there? We bike right over to Applebee's?
Rich kids.
Maybe. It could have been a drop-off.
It could have been a drop-off.
Mm-hmm. Parents could have been sitting in different...
Well, I think then the parents would have gotten involved.
Well, in a different restaurant. They could have went somewhere across the street. Or Either way, it's like... I mean, I get it. If I see an adult couple sitting on the same side of the booth, I might turn around and go in a different restaurant. Just be like, I don't like
Could you think of that as a teenage thing to do?
Yeah, it's a teen thing. It's like a puppy love thing, man. Like who?
Yeah, relax.
Imagine imagine hating puppy love. Like, what kind of person is like, ugh, look at these two. I mean, at 14, you're what, freshman in high school, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember when I was 14 or 15 taking my, girlfriend out to, a cheap diner or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Really? At 14?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Okay.
I remember going to Pizza Hut with a girl and both of us trying to figure out if we had to use forks. You know what I mean? Because you like the other person, and you're like,
yeah.
Back when Pizza Hut kind of felt like fine dining. I remember both of us slowly reaching for a fork. Like, do we eat this? Do we cut the pizza because we're on a date, or do we eat it like pizza? And then we had a little cool, giggly laugh about it.
Yeah, we had a lot of greasy spoon diners around us, so that would be the place to go. That's your, American-style restaurant. Sounds like the mom here just, is lacking in maybe she's jealous.
Joy?
Yeah. Lacking in joy and jealous, maybe hasn't,
Loveless marriage.
Hadn't gotten it in a while.
Maybe.
Now, with that being said...
Or maybe she hates her own kids so much. She's like, this is how you get kids, Look at me. Look how unhappy I am.
Now, when we're talking about young years, we need to be mindful when we're talking about or asking for, playtime for adults. Now, people online are sharing their favorite family-friendly phrases for, doing the deed.
Family
incognito? Like you're editing yourself? Is that what you're talking about?
So if you want to talk about it around kids, you have kind of speak in code.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're like, mommy and daddy are going to go take a nap.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, helping each other with our taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to make it something boring. You can't be like, we're going to go talk about spring break vacation, because then you're going to have people at the door trying to hear.
Yeah, we want to input on this.
Yeah. We're going to talk about your Christmas presents.
Going over insurance papers. Moving furniture, that's what we're doing.
Whoa.
That's true.
That's not lying. Yeah, that's a good one.
We're doing some cardio. Gonna go fold some laundry.
Mattress dancing.
Playing hopscotch. See with that one.
Yeah.
Not sure that's gonna get rid of the kid.
Right.
We're doing a team building exercise. My favorite is, I'm loading the dishwasher.
What in the world? No.
Dad, no.
Riz, come on. You can't say that, Riz.
Oh, look how pleased you are with
what?
Right now.
What? I'm listening to some Prince, okay?
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm out.
I don't remember any code language, when the kids were real little.
I don't either. My mom and dad never used any language like that. Or maybe they did. Theirs was so incognito that I had no clue.
Yeah, I don't think they had to, because we were never indoors during the day or night if it was summertime.
Yeah, that's true.
We were just gone.
Your mom and I are making the beast with two backs.
What?
You're really bad at code.
Yeah.
What?
Honey, you want to go have sex?
You never heard
Dad, you just said what you're going to do.
You never heard of the beast with two backs?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
A euphemistic metaphor for two persons engaging in intercourse.
Oh, yeah. That's old school, baby.
That seems very medieval.
I don't even get it. Please explain.
The beast with two backs.
What do you mean? You don't know either? Okay, you don't know either.
Well, you're doing the ugly, and the ugly's got two
And they got
backs.
two backs. I mean, what?
What do you mean ugly? And what do you mean two backs?
How do you need this explained?
Oh, how do
One
Damn
back?
it, you dude.
Oh, I see.
Two backs.
Oh, I see. When you're together,
you're
all you have is
One-
two backs.
We've
There's no
become
front.
one.
Ah, okay, thank
with
you.
two backs.
That's all I needed.
How did you not get that?
He needed the visual.
Because it just didn't make very much sense to me. I don't know.
It does. Now that you
Now
see
it does.
Now
it
you
does.
see the sailboat in
Thank
the
you.
picture?
That's all I needed. All right?
I can't see the sailboat.
It's a giraffe riding a roller coaster if I squint and stare at it long enough.
I see it now. Thank you. I'm an illustrative learner. I'm a visual learner.
If this advice is actually relevant to you, then you know what? Bravo. So a pharmacy in the UK is in the news after posting 10 tips for using a condom. And it's going viral because of one tip in particular.
Oh, no.
You might want to think about changing condoms during sex and slapping on a fresh one if you last more than 30 minutes. That much friction can wear them down and make them more likely to break. So if you've been Going at it for more than half an hour, grab a new one and carry on. And they say it depends on, quote, how vigorous your intercourse is, though. So it's not a hard and fast rule. Or technically it is a hard and fast rule. The important thing is to just practice safe sex in general. But if you're someone who routinely lasts 30 minutes to an hour, it might be good advice. And that's why it's going viral, because people are like, what?
Whoa. Yeah.
It's stallion.
Good on imagine you. Needing a pit crew. Lasting so long that you got to, like, pull in and get new tires put on. That's crazy. If you're pushing 30 to an hour, like, just stop. Don't change. Just cut it out. Go to the bathroom. Go to listen to some Prince by yourself.
Yeah. Yes, actually, some of their tips, like one at a time, please. A common myth surrounds the practice of, quote, double bagging.
Oh my gosh.
The friction, where they wear each other out?
That is wearing 2 condoms at once for extra protection. Twice the condoms equals twice the safety, right? Wrong.
Yeah. Wrong.
Oh.
They say, quite frankly, this is a terrible idea. Wearing 2 condoms is actually riskier than just wearing one, as they will rub against each other, creating potentially condom-breaking friction.
Plus, don't you risk losing one? Right? I mean, isn't there a risk there?
Like
with one popping off.
Well, I mean, one is like, built to be on your skin. It's not built to be on another one.
Right. And I don't know.
I don't know
if you
either.
add a third, does that cancel the second one out?
Yes. Perhaps, and now you're really safe.
The more, the better.
Now you can do anything you want.
Thick. And finally, before we move on, your wife may lord this over you your whole life, but the good news is it should be a long life. A study found one major thing that could make men live longer is getting married.
Nice.
So researchers tracked 7,000 people for several years and found men who were married or who got married during the study were twice as likely to, quote, age optimally compared to guys who stayed single.
That makes a little bit of sense. You have somebody looking out for you.
Right.
Somebody helping you with everything you're doing.
And you're helping someone else with what they're doing.
But that's just single. I mean, I wonder if people that are in just long-term partnerships, it would be the same.
Well, they define optimal as optimal aging as not having any serious mental, physical, or emotional issues that kept them from living a happy life into old age. And they think marriage helps because your spouse tends to encourage you to adopt healthier behaviors, like quitting smoking, like exercising on the regular. So you got a partner. You got somebody to kind of push you along as you get older. Married men also reported higher levels of happiness overall and more social support because they had a partner. Mm-hmm. Funny, though, women who got married did not see any benefit.
Gosh. That's amazing.
Women who got married did not see any huge health benefits.
Damn it.
Although it didn't seem to hurt either.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the lead study author says it's probably because women tend to have more experience maintaining their health and well-being independently. So they don't need somebody to go, hey, go walk.
I know.
Get off the couch. Have a salad.
Right.
Do something active.
I'm already going to the doctor 50 times a year. Trying to get my husband to go to the doctor. In every man in my life, to be honest with you, I try to get, you need to book a colonoscopy. You need to get a general doctor. I haven't talked to you about your health stuff in a while, nor Scott, but you all need to go to the doctor. You guys don't go.
We've had 3 colonoscopies today as we're doing the show, which is crazy.
I'm trying.
I'll go once this pain
I'm in a dilemma.
It's your blood checked.
Yeah, they said women don't need the push to being healthier. They're self-starters.
Way to go, ladies. We did it.
Whereas we need someone to slap the pork chop out of our hand.
Right, and say no.
Put it down.
I like it.
Yeah, we need somebody to say no. That said, something men can do to help their wife live longer is, ready for this, just don't die. One thing that did have a negative effect on how women aged was losing their spouse. Or getting divorced.
That's a hell of a note to find on the fridge. Just don't die. On a little Post-it note that you read every morning before you grab your granola.
Just don't die. That's it. I'll see you later.
All right.
I better see you later.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, the sex toy of the week, and we'll get into some of your emails that came over this weekend. It is 8:37. So every Tuesday, 10:15, a live number 2 show with Rafe Williams.
That's right. There'll be one tomorrow, and you can call now. We have a 24-hour hotline. The Papa Squat hotline is 818-532-1420. Call for a good time, 818-532-1420. You can leave me a message up to 3 minutes on the hotline. Anything you want to discuss, if there's something, we always do a segment at the top of the show called 15 Minutes with Riz, where I get Riz to be in there with me for the first 15. So call and leave a message if there's something you want advice about or something that you'd like me and Riz to chop it up about.
Or just a question.
Or just anything in general. Comment. The hotline's very, very thorough in what I'm looking for. It'll tell you. And just give us a call anytime, day or night. Leave me a message, and we'll play it on the number 2 show, and you can be part of it that way, because I know a lot of people can't call in live when we do it at 10:15.
So that's tomorrow, 10:15, every Tuesday, 10:15, the number 2 show. Make sure you call and leave a message, or email.
Email, yeah. You can go to the Point app and also use a drop-down menu for the number 2 show and leave a message that way. So there's all kinds of ways to get a hold of us.
Hey, you guys hear about this high school principal on leave after getting a lap dance from a mascot?
Oh,
what?
At a pep rally? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The year's first pep rally. And, And the high school mascot, a tiger or something, probably, right?
Well, look, you can pull it up on the screen. So it's Atwater, California.
Atwater.
A California high school principal has been placed on leave for conducting an inappropriate dance during a back-to-school rally.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's not been fired. He's been put on leave. I'm sorry.
I see. I thought you meant he was sitting there and the mascot came
gave
over him.
Yeah, the mascot gave him a lap dance.
Yeah. I think it's the reverse.
He was sitting in the chair.
Not in this picture. Oh,
the
okay.
video I saw.
Oh, okay.
The video was taken last Friday. Robert Nunez seemed to recreate a lap dance with the school's mascot in front of a crowd of kids at the gym. A parent posted the video asking for people's thoughts. And the person wrote on Facebook, "Am I a square or is this weird for a principal to do?"
Oh, I see. This is okay. So it's all set up. Both of them are.
The principal's in a seat, and the mascot is.
It is the stripper, right? Is the name of it?
And then,
okay, so I guess the principal then mounts the mascot. I don't know. It is weird. I don't know.
The whole thing's kind of weird. Now look at this. Watch the very beginning when he's being lap danced, shall we say. The principal throws a bunch of stuff off, and then does that with the streamers, with the glitter, as if
he's getting to the finish line. With the,
right? Like, I mean, he's participating.
Oops.
More than just like a half a second, and then they basically kind of like. It looks like the students kind of came and said, "Hey, man, that's enough. Thanks, you weird old man."
Sketch, like it was a quote unquote. I hate this word, but skit.
What was the song that was playing? I wonder.
Oh yeah, I'm curious.
Genuine's Pony.
Here, I can only go back to it.
Yeah, let's hear the song because that's key here.
Go ahead. Oh, it's one of these stupid videos. Hate that.
Anyway, high school principal placed on leave after dancing with mascot. One father said it was weird. They're not sure who was in the costume. I think that may be playing into it.
His wife, of course.
It's kind of weird, but at the same time...
Think of the kids. Think of the kids, Moon. They can't see this stuff.
Yep. Now they'll go to Applebee's and make out.
Wait, you think being put on leave is the right decision?
No, it's tame. Stupid.
What do you think, Moon?
They say this guy's a great principal. The kids love him.
Yeah, if he's a great principal, if I was the superintendent, I'd be like, dude, here's an official warning.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Don't do that. Don't do that again, man.
Don't put yourself in a position where a parent could complain.
Here's the thing: we wouldn't have seen the video if he didn't get to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made it go further they made it a bigger deal by actually putting him on leave. Now, do I think it's appropriate? No. But
they said he's a good dude. The parents like him. The kids like him. He's a good educator. So prudish, huh?
Yeah. And it's not even, it doesn't appear to be sexual. It seems silly almost.
Again.
With the streamers kind of popping off like that.
doing the glitter bomb thing. Now you made it sexual.
Hey, speaking of prudish.
Oh.
Rafe?
Here's another thing you probably shouldn't hand out at a pep rally.
Rafe, what do we got this week?
This week we've got, I went old school, baby. Extends fast-acting liquid gel caps.
Oh, I remember these. I buy these at like gas stations.
Yeah, a lot of gas stations. Was this the Bob commercials where it's like, doo, 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 and be like, Bob was a happy man. Remember those old commercials? Was that Extends or was that a different over-the-counter penis medication? I want to say it was Extends when it first came out and you had to order it like via commercial.
Oh, it was Enzyte.
Enzyte. Well,
natural male enhancement. It was Smiling Bob.
Yeah, Smiling Bob, where he was like cooking the big kielbasa's on
the... I have the audio.
This is Bob. Bob is looking cool. And with a call to Enzyte about natural male enhancement, Bob is living large. In a few short weeks, Bob has a big new spring of confidence.
Yeah.
A lot of innuendo.
That was the name of that
Enzyte
thing? I mean, I remember all the commercials and it.
Dude, I couldn't.
The name never sunk.
Nope. Well, this isn't it. This is Extends, which is also a very recognizable brand name. Now in a new fast-acting liquid gel cap, over 10,000 sold, $67.99 for a 30-pack on AdamandEve.com with 3 out of 5 stars. New liquid gel caps work better than ever. The most popular male enhancement supplement, now available in special time-release packaging, so you'll always be ready to go anywhere, anytime. When you take a gel cap, your body breaks down the outer capsule, flooding your system with special male hormone enhancers and millions of microscopic beads containing Extend's secret sexual enhancement formula. When you start to feel aroused, your hormone levels flare up like hemorrhoids, and the beads start breaking down to flood your system with an all-natural enhancement formula. Because the formula is already in your body, it goes to work immediately, fast as possible.
This seems like it doesn't really work as advertised.
Well, we're going to find out in the reviews. The sexual enhancement formula and special male hormone blend increase your energy and power, making it easier to reach erection in the first place and sustain it for longer than ever. The potent formula tweaks your nerves for enhanced arousal, and even after climax, Extends makes it easier for you to catch your second wind and achieve another erection. You'll feel like a 20-year-old stud all over again. Extends recommends taking 1 pill daily in the morning with food. That way you'll be more than ready for any sexual opportunity that might come during the day.
Well, and that's what Scott every morning, right?
Yep,
with
that's
your
right.
multivitamins.
You never know.
Just
middle of
in
the
case.
day, I might pop in there. Let's get to some quick reviews. Review number 1, 5 out of 5 stars. Huge stiffy with my wife's simple caress. Each blister pack, change that name, each blister pack didn't require scissors to open each daily gel cap. After a week, I thought I might have wasted my money. Then one evening, my wife just ran her fingernails over my thigh in a gentle caress. I was pleasantly surprised by the attention I got to and how quickly. I'm 61, and I have low testosterone levels, yet you wouldn't have known it by the sensitivity of my whole body and my youthful boner.
YB?
YB. Needless to say, the sensitivity has continued, and it's time to reorder. Extends Gel Caps has brought our sex life back to its peak. Highly recommend. Winky face, youthful boner. Okay, next one. To be fair, we gave a 5 out of 5. Here's a 1 out of 5 star. Enhances gas, not more ass. This product gave me the farts and no male enhancement at all. Signed, Bloated. Nice and quick. This guy just, he just farted. The other guy was youthful boner. This guy was farting. And now, this one, I think this guy may have understood the title of the pill. Doesn't work, although to be fair to the company, I think he did misread the label. This just says, doesn't work, 1 out of 5 stars. Already at 9 days, no improvement in size. I keep taking these pills, and my little mushroom wiener hasn't grown a single inch. And I measure with the same Stanley retractable tape measure every time I pop a boner. False advertising, all caps.
Retractable, those are sharp. You look out.
Yeah,
look out.
No thanks. Don't buy it. Anonymous. All right. Or Terry Boulay.
Terry Boulay?
Yeah, Terry Boulay.
There are certain things you don't do with those tape measures. And
No.
you learn it as a kid, and you do the retractable thing, and it cuts you, and you go,
oh, yeah.
I just love that this guy did not read anything. He saw extends, and he goes,
that's it.
yeah. All right. I know what
Extends
that means.
male enhancement.
Yeah, he didn't realize it was innuendo.
No, well, that's the Extends fast-acting liquid gel caps.
Get them while they last. For that youthful boner.
Yep.
That every 60-year-old is looking for.
May give you the farts.
May cause air biscuits.
Let's get to some of your emails. Moon?
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's start with food emails. Hi, crew.
Hi.
Hey.
Team Riz member here listening to the show where y'all were talking about PSLs, the old pumpkin spice latte.
Now available at Starbucks. Earlier, yeah, this is the earliest they've ever been available.
Amanda goes on and says, back in the day when I was a basic bitch, I used to love PSLs, but realized that as I got older that they were absolute garbage. I was introduced to the pumpkin cold brew, and I would highly recommend that.
Disgusting.
Learn, you gotta try this.
Okay.
It will give you that hint of fall in which we seek this time of year. You're welcome. Love the show. Choose joy. Team Riz member 1501 Amanda. Sent from my iPhone Grundle, by the way.
The pumpkin spice, that whole flavor profile, it just tastes so artificial to me, honestly. I'm not into it. Is America's love affair with the pumpkin spice drawn to a close?
No.
No, it's not.
I will say that there's some different
Still
things
beloved.
on some coffee menus. I was at Caldi's the other day, and they have the pumpkin spice flavor, but they also have different apple flavors that I'm very interested in.
Well, so is America's love affair with pumpkin spice drawn to a close? No, but it's still beloved, but not by as many as it used to be. So the first day of fall is when? September 22nd?
I don't know. When is the official first day?
I think September 22nd. But an early poll for fall found 58% of Americans think pumpkin spice is not the best fall flavor. What is the best fall flavor? Take pumpkin spice out of it.
I love cinnamon.
Cinnamon is number one.
Cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cinnamon. That is
Nutmeg.
the salted caramel.
Yes.
Candy apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then pumpkin spice is fourth. Maple.
Mm-hmm.
Maple is fall.
And I went to Cafe Nova yesterday for lunch. Great place. There on South Kings Highway, and it's a Greek place, and they have this salep. You ever heard of it?
No.
Salep?
Some kind of Greek. It's very sweet, and it's cinnamon and nutmeg. I ordered it instead of coffee, and man, it is delicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, what's that, Turkish coffee? Is it Turkish?
Yeah.
Or that's got nutmeg and, what is it, cardamom?
Cardamom?
Yeah, I mean, that's got a fall feel to it for sure.
Do you, s'mores, is that a fall flavor or a summer thing?
I think it's a summer thing. I mean, it's an everyday thing for me. I think it is the best flavor of all time.
What is?
S'mores. Like a s'mores flavor. Is that summer or fall?
Could be both.
What do you associate it more with?
Oh, man.
Summer.
I associate it more with fall because we do it at Halloween all the time.
Bonfires.
Yeah, but before that, it was probably, fires. I mean,
Yeah,
summer, it's too dang hot.
People associate s'mores with summer.
Yeah.
But, you know,
It's an all-season.
It's going to be 100 degrees
flavor,
today.
You guys.
Yeah,
But if you're
fall.
camping, you still do it.
Yeah, okay. He's good point. Good point.
Pecan is another fall flavor.
See, that's Christmas to me. Pecan.
Really?
Yeah, and cinnamon, too. Cinnamon can also be translated to Christmas time.
Toasted
holiday
marshmallow?
Time. That's fall.
Sweet potato?
That's Thanksgiving. That's fall.
Fall. Cranberry?
Fall.
Fall.
But also wintertime.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, it's all fall to me. Anything that can be served as a warm cider.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had that pecan pie cider?
No.
No.
I don't. It's alcoholic, so I can't have it anymore, but it's good.
Man,
it's always like fall tailgate bonfires would be like pecan pie, these warm ciders and like alcoholic ciders that they'd have in these little like crock pots and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, they were good.
They served in a
Stumpy's.
ladle with a ladle.
Yeah.
Stumpy's Spirits over in Waterloo, they make a pecan pie. I think it's a whiskey.
Stumpy's got vodka, right?
And vodka.
Good
Yeah,
vodka.
they're distillery. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
You can just shoot that stuff straight up. It's like dessert.
Let's just start drinking right now.
Okay.
Oh, just a little piece of food news locally. Red Lobster, Maplewood, done. Maplewood Red Lobster is done.
I was RSVP'd for Tuesday. That's
getting ready to. Well, I think they may be open still, but they're getting ready to close down. They're exercising its right to reject leases at locations that are unprofitable, and that includes the spot off of Maplewood Commons Drive. So this location, the Maplewood one, is one of 23 spots in total Red Lobsters closing around the country. So that's it. The building should be vacated by the end of the month. So, Scott, 4 more days. I don't know if they're open now. Get your Cheddar Bays.
All right.
That's it. Another Red Lobster falls. That's it. Next.
Hey, well, let's stay with food since we're talking about it. And I'll tell you what, man, they may be the minority, but they are the vocal minority when it comes to food. And I'm talking about milk drinkers.
Oh, adult milk drinkers.
Because, boy, we got some adult milk drinker emails.
Yeah, hold up. You weren't here for this, were you, Rafe?
No, but I saw a lot of emails about it.
Where do you stand on adults drinking whole milk for dinner?
Glass of milk.
With dinner?
With dinner.
I'm out.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be, but it just seems so childlike.
It's very Leave It to Beaver. It's very 1950s.
If you're at dinner and you see an adult pour themselves a tall glass of milk, do you not go,
So he says it's childish. You're saying it's old-fashioned.
I think it's old-fashioned.
Yeah, it's old-fashioned.
Interesting.
To me, it's old-fashioned.
So I
Every
was
time I
thinking
would watch
Roseanne
Leave
or
It to Beaver, they would be drinking milk with dinner.
I feel like I would go.
Roseanne is Scott's Leave It to Beaver, just so you
Yes,
know.
I feel like if you were at my house and you poured yourself a glass of milk, I'd
Imagine,
go,
at Thanksgiving dinner, and if you'd asked me,
I go, what are you, 6?
in front of all your in-laws, be like, Rafe, you want a soda? I'm like, no, you guys got milk? And I just chugged a whole glass of whole milk while I'm eating.
I could not
sweet potatoes.
not say something.
You have to say something.
I would say, what are you, a toddler?
What would you say to this guy? Because here's a picture. Here's the email. My husband loves milk. He drinks milk for every single meal. He used to cut grass for a living and drank a gallon every day while in the heat. He loves it so much that we went to Myrtle Beach in 2019. Yes, a beach. And he packed a gallon of milk in our cooler.
And he's on the
drank
beach.
it on the beach.
Your husband, Homelander?
Look at that, dude. What a wild photo, right?
Like, I respect this, man.
He is on there it is, Myrtle Beach.
On the beach.
And he is drinking, and he's got a camping chair.
Out of a gallon.
With a red plastic cup, drinking a gallon of milk.
Milk was a bad
I just can't wait for the cops to come over and be like, hey, buddy, let me see what's in that red cup.
Also, does milk do a body good? Because he didn't look super healthy.
He's got strong bones.
His bones are
He's got strong bones.
calcified.
Crazy, though. Am I right?
No, it's childlike, and you belong in a nut house. Next.
Well, I mean, we'll just stay with that just for a second. So, good morning, fellows, and Lern. I was listening to Thursday's podcast. Wanted to share 2 quick milk stories. First of all, I agree that it's weird to drink a big glass of milk as an adult. My brother, in his late 30s, will end a long night of drinking.
Ugh.
He'll drink Long Island's, and then he'll finish it with a big glass of
Long
milk.
Island, so Long Island iced tea is what? So that's just everything mixed
all
in.
alcohol.
People drink White Russians. It's got a little bit of milk.
Yeah.
I like a White Russian, but that's different. That's
fine. That's
fancy
not
milk.
a lot. That's almost like a splash.
Yeah.
Because it's creamy. It's got Kahlua, and you put a little cream in it. Or you put a little milk
Big
in it.
Lebowski.
Okay, but you're drinking Long Island iced teas, which is like everything, the whole bar poured into a cup, and then I'm going to go home and throw some dairy in your stomach.
I guess maybe it could soothe it.
And all that is like sloshing around in there. Ugh.
That's what he said.
Vomiting the next morning.
Helps with the
indigestion.
Yeah, that's because I know that was an old trick that people would have bad acid reflux, but they still like drinking, so they put milk in with their whiskey to help.
That's worse.
I know it's just yeah,
but it is a good way to lie to yourself. Be like, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not hungover. I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, and then the next one was they said, I know a guy from a previous job that doesn't drink. No issues with that. But once we were at an expensive steakhouse with all the upper management after finishing up work at a remote site. Everybody else ordered a beer, liquor, or water. This guy, in his late 40s, orders a big glass of milk and then drank it in one big chug like a toddler.
In front of the GM.
He said he even had to take a few big gasping breaths. He was one of the weirdest guys I've ever met. Keep up the great work. Love all you do. You got to look into it. 3 out of 5 stars.
What a power move.
Right?
Slams it down. Slammed it down and then just kissed a stranger right in front of his bosses.
All right, listen. Hold the emails. We'll take a break. I know we have a ton of them.
Okay.
We'll get to more emails after the break. We'll finish with your emails in a second. I have another offensive term. I guess we can't use this term anymore.
What is it?
When a mom and a dad, they have kids, and they leave the house, what is it? They are now what?
Empty nesters.
Yeah, you can't use that term anymore.
Why?
You can't
the birds
say
are
empty
upset?
nesters?
No, that's the term empty nest.
Yeah.
Offensive now? Apparently it is.
To whom?
You know, it's always kind of hit me that way, so I want to hear this.
All right, Scott, tell us why the term empty nest is now offensive.
Because it means a bird fell out of a nest and it splattered on the ground.
Can you connect the dots here?
My guess is some people can't have kids, and it is rubbing it in the face of those who cannot procreate.
No, actually not. I would have gone there too, but it's not.
Yeah, that seems
That was
reasonable.
my best guess.
Again, birds are mad because they haven't been mad about something in a while.
Birds are mad as hell, dude.
You're offending birds. That's
I'm assuming
what it is.
that it's not an older crowd that's offended by this, maybe a younger crowd, and maybe it's because they feel like if you say empty nest, that means I cannot return to it.
Or that they have nothing left because their children were everything and they're upset.
All right, I'm going to try to break this down because I'm honestly, I don't really understand. So pardon my ignorance on this one.
Is this just rage bait? Did somebody just say
No,
this?
this is from Slate.com. So that's a pretty legit website.
Okay.
So Slate.com, a writer says that we should stop saying empty nester. She thinks it's a subtly offensive or even damaging term because, quote, the word empty conveys only absence. It's a word you almost never use in a positive way. Unless you're saying the highway is totally empty today, right? That's positive, right?
Yeah,
Bowels are empty.
Yeah, there's 100 ways. What?
She also thinks it's an outdated term because a lot of empty nests don't really stay that way anymore. How many times have you seen a baby bird fly off, then come back 4 years later and stick around another decade? The term empty nest has been around for over a century. It was coined back in 1914, and came to describe a sort of malaise that can set in once your kids are gone.
Yeah,
And
which is a real thing. That
Right.
people
So it's like a
still
warning.
Experience.
This Slate writer, Slate.com, thinks it's time to replace it with a different term.
Okay.
But what would that even be? Like, her suggestion is next chapter. Like, my kids are finally gone, and I could move on to my next chapter.
Okay, this is somebody that obviously hasn't gone through this or hasn't even considered it or isn't even close.
The only
Because-
problem is it doesn't work as a noun. You can't say you're a next chapter.
Yeah, and the next
chapter means division of book, so it's a division.
A next chapter has no. You're not saying anything of feeling. There's no weight there. The whole reason that they're using the word empty nest is because it is a sad feeling. It is a, this is different. It is an absence. It's kind of perfect. What?
That's what I thought too. Yeah. Like, it's a great, fly.
Right.
I've done my job as a parent. Fly.
They literally left the nest. It's now, and there is an absence. Maybe that's a good thing for some parents that have been looking to have more room. Maybe it's a hard thing because, your identity is now shifting as a parent. You're not sure how to handle it. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Whoa.
We will not abide by this.
Get the out of here.
That's better.
Anything that's written in be offended on the behalf of someone else, I immediately.
Rafe's point was pretty good. Yours was like, I could see that being okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
but even that's ridiculous.
Yeah, of course, but at least there was a path.
There was a path. This is good. There's no path.
There's no path here.
Suspend your nomination for getting rid of this word.
This
because
was a
there's no
woman
path
that was
to the White House.
very serious about this. And I was trying to even see if it was, all right, maybe tongue-in-cheek, but no.
Right.
Nope.
Rafe laid out a path for reason.
Right.
This
Even
gal
though it's
did not.
ridiculous.
It requires so little. It describes it. It covers so much. It covers 2 words. It covers the feeling. It covers the transitional life. that's what it really represents is like, oh, when you say like, oh, mom and dad are empty nesters now, it's like, oh, dad's getting a pool table. They're going to travel more. They're going to get an RV. You're no longer tethered to the home because you have children there. You now can like, it's a little bit of, it's almost like, it's not a negative term. It almost is like
not negative.
Reclaiming your free. There is a little bit of malaise and sadness. Your kids are grown, and now there's a new phase of life. But like
now, Chris on the Insta feedback, you're right. When I said reputable website, I meant like I've heard of Slate.com.
Yeah. I did this into the thing when you
like I've heard of Slate.com. It's not like Learn.blogspot dot whatever.
Which was very good.
Dot GeoCities.
So much poetry about it.
.com.
That is my favorite web.
I meant to say like
it's not like the Onion.
Well, even that's.
I mean, that's reputable, but you understand it's ironic.
Right.
Some people.
I've heard of Slate.com.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
There are Onion articles that have presented better reasoning.
Right.
Than this article.
All right. 2 more emails, Moon.
Okay. Here's one that says, well, first of all, the emailer just sent over a screenshot from a Facebook group called St. Louis Moms Supporting Moms.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
St. Louis moms supporting moms. This should be juicy.
This anonymous member posted, if you were at St. Peter's Pool tonight for a church event with your 2 daughters and your husband, Jeremy, you may want to check his phone because he gave his number with a note saying, keep this between us. And this probably isn't the first time he's done this. I was with my husband and 2 kids also. This had 153 likes in 19 hours.
Oh, damn. Woo, man. Jeremy, what are you doing, buddy?
Brother.
Jeremy spoken.
He just said, the email said, I thought you guys would have a real interesting morals debate on the show about this one.
I mean, what's the debate?
I guess the debate
I think we're all against this.
What's happening here and also the post. I'm kind of curious as to what you think about the post.
So she's calling him out? Is that a church group?
It just says church event.
It was like a bingo night or something.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that everybody there was a part of this church or this church event.
What's my take on her posting about this?
Sure. What's your take on any of it, I suppose?
I mean, you're scummy. Jeremy's scummy for hitting on chicks at the church event, and he's married and he's got kids.
What if this is somebody that never happened to, but they hate Jeremy, and this is how they're trying to get Jeremy in trouble?
Oh, man.
Oh, so like a revenge.
Who knows?
I want to get Jeremy in trouble.
The anonymous part bothers me a little.
It's a curious situation.
There's also
I always get weirded out by somebody.
There should be more than one Jeremy.
I do always get weirded out.
Honestly, there's of a certain age, there's probably 5 of them.
Yeah, this is like 2 kids' age. There are a lot of Jeremys in the 90s, dude.
I always get weirded out by anonymous postings.
Yeah, you got to take it with a grain of salt because then you can't follow up. Might be more than one Jeremy. There might be 2. I didn't give anyone.
Yeah, and there's one Jeremy going, man, I didn't do anything.
So reverse. Scott Rizzuto sitting there, and we'll say Katie, since that was a popular 80s names. Some Katie slips you a number, does this exact sort of thing. What do you do?
I would probably laugh about it with my wife and not post anything.
Right. It would be like, wow, that's weird.
I would never.
And funny and
my
flattering.
first instinct would never be go to
the social media.
I would probably laugh about it with my wife.
Yeah.
So Jeremy,
and then my wife would probably throw hands with her after.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, your wife will let somebody catch those Russian hands, dude. She's ready.
So
there was a Hot Shots event once where somebody pinched my butt.
I apologize.
I apologize for that.
Boy, it was another woman. Ooh, boy.
She's dead now.
R.I.P. that chick.
So Jeremy gave his phone number to another mom.
Yes.
And the mom is posting anonymously, we hope, to this site.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the number had a note said, keep this between us. And that was it.
So the note that Jeremy slipped the woman said, keep this between us.
I'm surprised the mom didn't. If you want to support moms, go to the mom directly. It sounds like if you are going to church together, you possibly know each other. And so why are you posting anonymously?
Instead of just throwing it out there anonymously.
That's a great point. So it sounds like they don't know one another.
Huh. I don't like it.
I don't like this. I don't like anonymous posts.
I don't like any of this. I think we're wrong. Well, Jeremy's wrong, and I don't like this woman's posting anonymously.
Yeah, like, is the woman single? Is Jeremy getting divorced? We need a follow-up.
Does it say that Jeremy's got what is Jeremy's deal here?
What is Jeremy's deal
So what
here?
does it say? Did it say that he's got?
He was there with
he's
his
married?
wife?
It didn't say anything. Here's what it says. If you were at the pool tonight for a church event with your 2 daughters and your husband...
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes. Okay. So...
You may want to check his phone.
He's there with his kids.
Now, what if he's there with his kids and his ex, and they're there doing a church event?
Right, they all go to the same parish.
Right. But now you just got some other Jeremy in trouble.
He's just trying to date again, dude. He's just trying to get out there again.
Who knows?
That's interesting.
Or maybe he's trying to do a surprise thing for the next church event, and you guys are on the committee
Maybe he's
together.
trying to do a surprise threesome.
Again, I don't think these people know each other.
Surprise thing for the priest. He just wants to talk about it on the phone.
I don't know, man. And maybe this is just a total slime, and this is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it's slimy.
One more.
All right, let's see. Good morning, Riz Show and Big Terry.
Hello.
If the 5 of you had a spirit animal, what would be your spirit animal? Sent from my Atari 64.
Mine's a fox. I like their big fluffy tails, and they're quick, and they're small. I'm down.
I've been watching too much Dune, so I'm thinking of Muad'Dib.
You mean one of those worms?
No, is that the worm in the
Sandworm?
kangaroo mouse?
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Spirit animal. Spirit animal. Probably a wolf.
Nice.
Probably a wolf.
Yeah, I'd be a walrus.
Cool. They seem to have pretty cool lives.
They are grumpy.
I like to.
They do kind of like to be left alone and are grumpy. Just,
I like to lay out on rocks and just be left alone. And when trifled with, I could be
vicious.
Yeah, you really show those
yeah.
teeth up there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come at you to show these knives, but I'll
slightly overweight. Rafe?
Probably like a honey badger or something. Honey badger's going to get you. Like maybe an otter. I don't know. Maybe
There have been
a
an
bird.
awful lot of otter attacks in the news over the past couple of months.
Yeah, they're vicious too. And adorable. They keep rocks.
Scott?
Yeah, this is tough. I want to be in an exotic place. So maybe the pink flamingo. They look pretty cool.
That is perfect for you. Oh my gosh.
He was the guy that had like 30 of them in his lawn too, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, they do look good in
It would be cool to be a
Midwest
bird.
lawns.
I could totally see you being a flamingo.
All right, I'm down for that.
You'd be what, a bird?
Be hard not to be a bird. Have a bird as a spirit animal.
I know you get to fly.
Hawk soaring in the sky.
Freaking eagle, dude.
Yeah, American eagle.
Man, I watched a video last night of a rhinoceros fighting an elephant.
What?
Yeah.
Did you look that
I
up
didn't know
specifically?
either of them were interested in fighting.
It's
One another.
it's like a territory thing.
Oh, get out of here.
Who do you think won?
Elephant.
The guy with the big nose.
I'm going to say the elephant.
I mean, the rhinoceros had a giant, spike on its nose.
Yeah, I just
And
feel like
those
yeah,
are
but no, the
fast.
elephant could.
I feel like the elephant
Yeah,
can
elephants
move better, move
smarter.
maybe a little quicker, and is just dropping bombs. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
play
you're going to go with the elephant one?
I say elephant, and honestly, my other spirit animal would be an elephant for
Yeah,
sure.
mine too. I like ivory a lot.
The tallest animal in the world.
That's right.
What an idiot! I'm such an idiot.
Who do you think won? The rhino? I mean, it was a big ass, full size
I
rhino.
think the elephant probably kicked that rhino a few times.
Trampled it.
And they got tusks too.
Dude, that rhino.
Rhinos are big, but elephants are very big.
Dude,
and when an elephant's mad, they go off.
Dude, that rhino stood no chance. That elephant kicked its ass.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, elephants flip trucks over.
Dude, kicked its ass.
I bet.
Dang.
And it was a giant full-size African elephant and a giant full-size rhino. And the rhino looked tiny.
I bet.
And it kicked its ass.
Is
Did
this
it kick it from behind like a mule, or did it kick it with its front legs?
is this what you're watching? Is this Nat Geo thing? Is this what's being served to you?
No, I said it was something else. So it was at night.
Well, look at him
Yeah, I
squaring
see
up.
it. I got the one.
Yeah, send it to Moon. All right, we got to take a break. Then we'll come back with sports. See if you can post it. Whew. Kicked its ass. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail, now available in a ready-to-drink can. The Cardinals capitalized on an error in the ninth inning to reverse a game on the Twins and win 3-2 at Target Field. Helsley clinched the win with his 40th save of the season and the Cardinals' first series win against the Twins since 2001.
Wow.
What could have been a game-ending series-clinching double play for Minnesota instead became a ball tossed wide of the base, sent out into left field. That error gave the Cardinals 500 now, 65-65, their fourth win in 6 games and their second consecutive series against a playoff-caliber team. With wins against Milwaukee and contending Minnesota, the Cardinals now go head-to-head with a team directly ahead of them in the race for the NL wildcard berth. Mike Schultz, San Diego Padres, visiting today, starting a 4-game series that allows the Cardinals to possibly cut directly into their deficit. Cards, Padres tonight, Busch, 6:45 start. The Little League Baseball World Series championship was decided yesterday by a bunt and an error. The team from Lake Mary, Florida, won the title over the Chinese Taipei in extra innings after Hunter Alexander bunted, and, well, something similar to the Cardinals game happened. Here's the audio.
This happened.
Alexander with the runner at second base, Norton. He gets it down. Oh, it's perfect. He's rolling away. Lake Mary's going to win the Little League World Series championship.
Where's Chinese Taipei?
Well, Taipei is a city in Taiwan. That's the main city in Taiwan. So I'm assuming China says that's ours, so we'll call it China.
We'll call it Chinese Taipei. Take that, China.
I don't know how that. I'm not going to get involved in Chinese politics.
USA wins, huh? All right.
Okay. USA, greatest country in the world.
Yeah, China.
It really was a perfect bunt, and the pitcher went over to get it and threw it over his head, and there was no first baseman.
Nobody was covering.
And that was it. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring, and check out the blog brought to you by Jock in the Box. It's limited time only, 3-piece waffle sticks with syrup dip cup, only $2.50. Today's podcast is titled
The Beast with Two Backs.
Nice. That's the tagline of the show.
The Beast with Two Backs.
I'll be honest, I am shocked that has not been a podcast title on this show in the past.
It's the first time.
For everything.
All right, Moon, what else?
Yeah, man.
Peace and love?
No. Peace and love.
Hate? War?
And a huge happy birthday, sweet 16 birthday to my daughter.
Hey, sweet 16. Happy birthday.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
16, that's great.
Pretty awesome, pretty scary, pretty cool. License tomorrow.
Oh, all right. All right, look out.
Or shall I say attempt at a license
Well,
tomorrow.
she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, girl.
She's great. It's going to be a cool birthday.
Learn.
Come out and see our band this Saturday, Sky Music Lounge, 9 to midnight in Ballwin. Would love to see you. Lane Narrows. You can follow me at Lern versus Radio for all the deets.
Rafe.
Number 2 show tomorrow. Call 818-532-1420. Leave us a message on the Papa Squad hotline. And if you're comfortable with your body, you can come and see me perform live this weekend at the 40 Acre Club, Nudist College.
All right. I
For
forgot
more
that this weekend.
information, send me a message or a DM, and I'll give you the details.
Scott.
You can follow me at King Scott Rules on all social media.
All right.
It's my thing.
Thanks, Scott. All right, we leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shots. From DeSoto, Missouri, Brian Baldwin.